It's a good one. What is going on, everybody? I am Dr. Professor Luigi, and I just wanted to make sure that I actually had my mic on. So we are back playing some Minecraft. So a few things happened since I last streamed. I was mostly watching these turtles, and they hatched and grew. So I got a few scoots, and they laid some new eggs, and there's 4 eggs here, so that's cool. So my little nature preserve is going well. I'll probably have to expand the fenced area so they're not all on top of each other. Yeah, so I got the new scoot, and I also, since we defeated the Ender Dragon, decided to use some of my experience and made some enchanted books. I'm pretty sure you saw me put mending on here. But yeah, so now that that's all taken care of, I'm gonna head back to town and let these turtles do their thing. Now I don't think they're gonna make any progress while I'm not here, so you're probably not gonna be able to see a baby turtle hatch, but I actually do have screenshots, so you can see the screenshots. Alright, so here's the turtle eggs as they start to hatch. And then these are the little baby turtles once they hatch. They're so small. And this is pufferfish. And then I got my first scoot when the first guy grew up. And they all grew up. And I got the 3 scoots, and then they laid the eggs. So that's all you missed. You can be shown some screenshots. Alright. So next up is claiming some stuff. Need to build a wall. A little fence. It's huge. Alright, I'm gonna enjoy voice chat on the server.
Stop.
Hello, Don Pearl again.
Hello, DPL.
Alright, so I made it so that hostile mobs can enter the village, so hopefully they don't spawn in the village though. So
I think one shot, but I'm not sure.
so let's see what happens there.
Cool. Cool.
God, now I need to build a fence all the way around the town.
Yep. So if zombies end up spawning in the town, then we'll need to make sure that doesn't happen. And your phone is so loud I can hear it from the other room. Hey, Sotiel has a shop. Phantom Membrane.
Right now, because he just reminded me of my past and a TV show I want to block out.
Alright, we can always just disconnect.
Also, I'm going to have to drop out for a few minutes here because ordered and whatnot, and
Cool.
and yeah, having pizza right now. So
Alright.
I'll do a whole new world for myself, and I basically almost nearly flattened out a hill that I spawned on. Fun. I spawned in the middle of the ocean. Even more fun.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna work on my enchanted stuff. I got some shulker shells, so I can clean all that up. And some phantom membranes and
Anybody
all
want
that
to help
taken care
build
of.
the wall?
What?
Anyone want to help build the wall around the town?
Well, I would suggest waiting until you make sure the zombies can't spawn in the town. Because if they can spawn in the town, then I'm gonna completely, I'm gonna undo what I did. So then it'll be like normal, and then if you build a wall, it'll be useless. Alright, my precious scoots.
Fine.
And then let's take care of some of this armor and shield and everything. So let's see what enchantments I got. I got Prot 1, a bunch of very good power, flame, piercing action going. Fire aspect, sharpness 3, and blast protection. Unbreaking 3, knockback 1, efficiency 1, protection 3, power 4, and loyalty 3, and piercing 3. So let me see if there's... Oh, I only have piercing 2 anyway. Alright, well, let's see how well this works. Can I have... Oh, you can't have flame on a crossbow? That's lame. It has... Wait, it wouldn't even... You can't have power or flame on a crossbow? That's lame. I was hoping you'd be able to have flame on a crossbow.
Then again, it might be a bit too OP. Who knows?
Alright, well anyway, well, let's go ahead and put protection 1 on the chest plate. That's good. Gotta put this fire aspect on me sword. Let me make sure sharpness 3, unbreaking. Very cool. Alright, let's see. Protection 3, piercing 3, efficiency, unbreaking, and then sharpness. Well, if I get another sharpness 2, then I can get sharpness 4. Because I have a sharpness 3. And then unbreaking 3. What would I even want to put that on? I eventually want to get mending on everything. Efficiency 1, don't really care about that right now. It says piercing 2, not piercing 3, so I can't use that right now. Unbreaking, knockback, protection, and loyalty. Yeah, I don't think you really can use anything else, so I'll just put it all in here with my magical items. I guess this chest is going to become very cool. Yeah, fly around with my elytra a little bit. I don't think. There we go, let's bring up chat. That way I can actually keep track if anyone's saying anything. On the stream chat.
I should do that. Your review. Whenever I do that, I just leave the volume off on mobile.
Alright, so what's this guy got going on?
Like,
A cleric, and I'm a master. Bottle of enchanting. Netherwart.
Really?
Lapis. What's going on here? It's just a automatic bone meal generator. Nice. You know, it'd be kind of neat is to set up a shop where you buy seeds and then you turn it into bone meal and then you sell the bone meal, like right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Since I got my enchantment binge was a little less rewarding than I thought. I thought I'd get a crossbow with flame. Very disappointed that you can't enchant a crossbow with flame. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
well, I just go remind the TV show that I'm trying to block out of my way. Fine. Yeah, my father.
Alright.
My
What's
block.
going on here? Oh, I don't
Fire.
know. Weed farm. Gotta leave one in there. That's the rule. What's up, farmer? Alright, how are the chickens doing? Ah, yes. Oh, hey, look, it's a little kitty. Alright, well, we're getting some eggs. Some feathers. I think I can go ahead and kill a few chickens. And get one feather. Nice. Alright, now I gotta breed the chickens to replace the ones I slaughtered.
Why didn't you breed before?
Well, because I didn't want to accidentally kill the babies so they don't drop anything.
Go figure. Plus, you'd lose money.
I don't think that actually works.
No?
Yeah, I tried setting negative if you killed babies, but I don't think it actually does anything. Alright. There's Seagull.
Probably flapping. All done.
Seeing a lot of red dots. Those might be miscellaneous entities, though. Oh, or they're all in Jelly's basement. Oh yeah, nope. Mobs are spawning in town. Alright, well, I have to reset that. Nah, mobs are spawning in Jelly's basement. I should probably check his plot perms, but... Yep, most ones are off. Alright, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Or basically undo it. Alright, so let's see if the refresh works. Oh, I don't have the perms do that anyway. Alright, well, quick restart from the server again. Okay. And I got another Patreon on Patreon.
Wow.
So now I have
Patreon,
2
Patreon.
patrons for $9 per month. I wonder how $9 works. Oh well. And add.
Uh-oh. Well, that would...
Alright, what's up?
The universe is like Minecraft. It's just loading in right now.
Hmm.
It's not big brain.
Alright, so let me check out Seagull's little thing.
Guess who's back?
Nobody cares.
Back again.
Heck, how did I fly like that?
I know your bar is at 1. 1 bar.
Crashing.
Hey, I'm looking at Batman. Oh crap.
Yeah, so Seagull tried to make his own shop part of the enchantment place,
I know.
and that's not chill.
I know. I built a little shop place for
People back at
everyone.
it, yeah.
He just goes and builds something.
Yeah, because, I mean, he put a bunch of chests everywhere and wants people to make their own shops. The thing is, that's just going to turn into a mess. I mean, we have a place for people to sell stuff. And they can do it in front of their houses, too. But
Yeah.
this is kind of ridiculous.
Then you got a certain seagull flying along and shit up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell him to take that out.
Because, I mean, I like the idea of being able to buy potion materials and make potions right there. The thing is, what I don't like about it is that it can be monopolized by players. This is a
I
public
know, he's
space.
sold a rabbit for $10.
But
Well, monopolize.
No.
Yeah, we have designated areas where players can put their shops and everything, but I don't like seeing a wall of stuff with Seagull's name on it so he can make a bunch of money in what is supposed to be a public area.
What a greedy bird.
You don't like Seagull, do you?
I don't like Seagull.
I don't like Seagull.
I think he's alright. He can be a little annoying, but
Yeah, find him.
I mean, I think he's overall has good intentions, just a little overly energetic about him. Doesn't really stop to think about what other people, like how it affects others. Like,
Yep.
like what it looks like if you have a bunch of shops with your name all over it in a public space.
A complete monopoly.
Alright.
I'd have.
Alright. What do I even want to do? I think I'm gonna sell some Dragon's Breath.
How did you get Dragon's Breath?
Well, they fought the Ender Dragon.
Wait,
I
what is
didn't
it?
know you
What does
could
it
do
do?
that.
It makes the lingering potions.
does.
What are they in potions?
Lingering potions are like splash potions, but they stick around for a while so that you can get their effects repeatedly. Or if you like use a poison, it makes it like a little defense area.
How do you get Dragon's Breath?
That's a secret that you could Google in 10 seconds if you want to know.
You could just tell me in 1 second.
Yeah, but then you can get it.
Fun.
Fine. God.
And I'm also a little bit right now because I'll go here and he doesn't. Oh, I almost. So. Well,
Alright. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it gets annoying when Seagull does something, people say it's a bad idea, and then he tries defending it, and it turns into a whole thing.
yep, turns into.
Because, like, all
Yeah.
those... Because then you have... So, sure, I get his vision. I understand that he's, like, wants a bunch of players to sell stuff. But the thing is, this isn't the mall. So, you're the only player that wants to do that. So, if everybody puts their shop here to sell potion stuff, well then I don't understand how it's any different than the mall.
Yeah.
Because then
Then
it's
gonna
just a
be all
potion
super
mall.
cramped. He didn't even. Yeah, I don't know. He made a plan on to vote for things that are going to get built, and then he just builds it.
You can't just randomly do stuff
Nope.
and then get mad
Also-
when people don't want to do it.
He said he moved the books in, like the the enchantment table, right? And I could tell that he took a couple of the books
Wait, you
because
did
it's
what
not
now?
as big as it used to be. The back wall used to always.
God, I have so much sandstone, dirt, and stone. It's funny. And then a whole shit ton.
See, it looks so much nicer when there's actually space. Well, as long as it's still a level 30, it doesn't matter. I get lost now.
Yeah, I planned on putting it under the church though, so it'd be
Well,
close
I
to
think
every-
having a brewing house and an enchanting house makes sense.
Yeah, but not Monopoly.
Well, yeah, I don't think the player shop portion of it is very reasonable. We should probably make the mall bigger too.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna make some more enchanted books.
Screaming. Screaming.
Yeah, that happened.
Alright, so I can get all my magical stuff.
You always. Anyway, you know sometimes how it goes.
Yeah.
I think that's like it's supposed to be shit.
Mundane.
Unless it's mine. Hey, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Potion, alright. So that can be used for potion.
Here's one shot.
I think that might be the dinner queue I just heard.
Alright. I'll claim it. Well, it should be claimed. That way.
Yeah, I know. He didn't tell me it needed to be claimed. I thought he built it in the town.
Yeah, it's on
Alright.
the outskirts, so it's.
Kind of dumb how it's on the outskirts.
Well, it's not on the outskirts. It's still in the town center, but it's like on the outside of it, like on the edge of the town. I'm working on it, Derek. I already got it.
Oh. Never mind.
Should probably turn this old boy on again, so I can see what's claimed and what isn't.
So I'm gonna do what's called a pro game. Got it.
Yeah, the mall definitely needs to be expanded. It's a little small. It doesn't. It's not even. It's not built too well. I think it's one of the weaker buildings in the main area.
Okay, sorry. I'm not that good of a builder, but I
I know.
really tried on it.
All I'm saying is it can be revamped. No, we're not. We still have 20 chunks.
I know, they go fast though.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, cool. So jeez, he wants to live way out here. What's he doing? he even know where he wants to go? Alright, so just want to make sure he understands that he can't have 6 chunks. Oh, it doesn't look like he does. Alright, we'll put on some more music. Alright. What's this gonna turn in? Ah, we have no freedom. Yeah, that's right. There. All right. So you have to make a decision, Seagull. Ay, ay, ay. Well. Tired of Seagull's drama. Oof.
Eagle.
Ah. Yeah.
Boom. Elytra's fully healed just from that. Mending is great.
Three.
What?
It wasn't. Didn't that one? It.
Alright, looks like we got a decision.
I think I'm also gonna go for a plot house. And turn on this one.
Bro.
What? Because.
Alright, so where's his 4 plots? Right around here?
Okay.
Alright, so hopefully Siegel sells. Oh, oof. Hopefully Siegel sells his house on the plot, because I don't have a plot. I don't have a plot with a house to sell, and that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, I came up with that idea, but then you shot me down. Oh well.
What, you mean,
I'm not good at
you mean like pre-building a house?
Yeah,
Well, you're not a great builder.
yeah, I know. I never said I was. I said a Noli should build one or something. I'd pay them to sell that. But whatever. Doesn't matter.
Am I in the town yet? Yeah. Oh wait, what?
Oh.
That was so village. Yeah, I moved.
Just want to make sure there's no holes in the claim.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to I'm gonna have stone brick bottom. Probably.
Alright.
How? Yeah.
I'm glad we got all that stuff sorted out.
The optic.
How far out of town is it?
Boom. Elytra healed.
It's behind that guy's house.
It's so
Yeah. It's because it's a big plot.
Hey,
Yeah,
next
I'm
time
running
someone
out.
dies, let me know if you respawn at the right spawn point.
Okay. I don't have a bed though, so.
Well, then you should respawn at the town spawn. Or just the regular spawn. I don't know. Or whatever random bed you slept in. Oh, cool. So I just wanted to check, and yep, the town teleportation now works using the essentials.
Okay. I'm also gonna build a 2x2 house next to the Oddly Seagull. I'm gonna move. I'm running out of space. And my house is trash.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make a house like the Oddly Seagulls out next to his.
What do you mean you're gonna make? Oh, a 4x4 one?
2x2.
Well, yeah, 4 plot total.
Yeah.
You should move into the Seagull's old plot so we're neighbors. But if yeah, I guess a mansion makes sense.
I have so many items though.
Build a big basement.
My basement's being used right now for testing an automatic melon farm.
Why'd you agree to that? So you can get all the emeralds?
Oh, yeah, but I just built it today, and then I'm gonna build a public. That's huge.
Yeah, we need some hoppers under the chicken farm so well, I guess we don't need eggs that bad. No point in making the chicken farm ugly. Alright, so hopefully people buy some of my dragon's breath.
I want to see what this dragon's breath does.
It makes lingering potions. That's it.
Yeah. How many do you got?
I have 10 for sale. 150 a pop.
I need to buy all 10.
Bruh, 150. Oh.
Well, currently they're unobtainable.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna have to obtain some then. Because I didn't know you could do that, and you won't tell me how to do it, so I'm gonna have to Google it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to do. The gulu gulu. Why are you smelting so much stone?
Because my house, the bottom floor is gonna be a stone.
Ah. Da, 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 da.
Can I just drink dragon's breath?
No, like I said, all it does is make lingering potions.
Yeah, I know. I was joking.
It's hard to tell. 'Cause you're a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
idiot.
Oh, thanks, mate.
No problem.
Do you
Alright.
have like sand or glass?
I have some
I don't
sand
have
for
any
you.
glass.
Ugh. I'll pay you. Just go to the desert.
Wait, what are you doing out here, chicken? Get out of here. Alright. So how exactly do you produce an automatic melon farm?
You can look at my house. It's
what's
pretty
like-
simple.
What's like the main thing?
Piston.
Pistons and redstone torches and redstone. That's basically it.
Well, yeah, but I meant like, so piston pushes a melon?
Yeah,
Okay. Can you do that with pumpkins?
it works with pumpkins. Yeah.
You should make a pumpkin farm. I think villagers buy those at a better price. And you don't have to craft them.
Yeah. I'll make a pumpkin.
Ah, God, why won't you sell me 24 flint for a thingy?
How much did you sell the Oddly Seagulls plots for?
25 each, so that essentially they're $50 each, but he already has 2 plots, so he gets $100 credit.
Okay.
And I don't see how you can't build a big enough house on 2 plots. Wait, you're only using 1 plot.
Yeah, I know.
I suggest that you move into Seagull's plot so you're closer to the town square and you're next door to me. And then build a better house. But that's just one man's suggestion.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I don't know, if you really want a mansion, it's fine. I just really don't see the point in it. What's crackle action?
Not much, brother.
Oh my God, isn't your brother from another mother?
Hey, brother.
Do you still believe in love?
Well, I hope Seagull doesn't remake his house, though. Because I want to make my own house. I have a plan in my head.
Alright, then tell him that if you plan on moving next door. And then you can sell your house.
My house is trash. I think I'm just going to tear it down.
Oh. Yeah, your house is kind of trash. No offense.
No. I thought Eglinor was going to take away the mountain. It would have looked better. But now it's like overcasted by his house.
We'll see what happens.
I'm going to leave a sign for the Oddly Seagull just in case it doesn't go on Discord.
Oh, you can send him mail /mail send. Or just /mail. Yeah, if you do /mail and then send to Seagull and then, so yeah, basically.
Ah. It doesn't automatically fill in his name, so I know.
Yeah, mail send the Oddly Seagull, and then you can just send him. And then he can read it when he gets on. Isn't technology amazing? Alright, sharpness 3. I got a sharpness 2. Quick charge. And efficiency. Look up quick charge. I think that's for It's the first time I've typed something and it didn't just automatically take me to the Minecraft wiki. Yes. Boom. There's another crossbow enchantment. Whoa, I'm actually below 30. Impaling? What's impaling do?
I'm gonna try setting mail to you to see if it works at all.
Alright.
Yeah.
I did, doctor. Maybe it isn't.
Wow, okay. Impaling only works on
Did
aquatic.
that send?
Huh?
Okay. So it's not send to, it's just send.
And then, yeah, you can do /mail read, and then now I can see it. DJT, so we're going to move your house, move into your 2 plots, but I don't want a pre-built house, so please don't rebuild it. I'll tear it down if you want, but, yep.
I'll take 2 wood. What?
I'll take the wood.
2.
Smite,
two wood.
prot 1, protection 1, and power 1. Do another protection. Power, feather falling. Take the feather falling. Prot 2, power 1. I'll take the prot. Sharpness 1. Hopefully I'll be able to use that. Prot 1. Another quick charge 1. That would be useful. And last but not least, another prot 1. Very good, very good. Alright, so take the quick charge. Combine those. Piercing 1, Unbreaking 1, quick charge 1. Boom, shadow lock it. Alright. Now I gotta see what I have in my armor.
I almost fell into Edwino's hole because I thought the mob farm was still there.
You wonder if the mountain grinder is?
Yeah, where is it?
Just follow
Which way?
right.
Rip. Out of
And then
levels.
you to the right of the sign and then see that birch planks. Yeah. That's it.
That's the hole I almost just fell in.
Yes, go to the far left one. That one.
The
Drop in.
hole.
Yes, drop in.
What happened to the...
They got rid of it.
And now I have to...
No!
What happened?
Go
Heather's
there!
being annoying.
No, he's being stupid and not knowing how mob grinder
Just
works.
because.
That's
God.
fucking amazing. You guys never find a time not to argue. Alright.
Get out.
Well, I
From me.
think... Is there a new mob grinder?
It's not working at the moment.
It's working, it's just,
There's nothing in it.
yeah, because they
It's
aren't
not.
spawning.
It's
Work-
automatic wheat farm. How is this an automatic wheat farm?
I don't know.
Who built it?
CXS Gamer.
Oh, okay.
I-
It is an automatic wheat farm. That's neat.
I thought it would be fully automatic though. Like replant.
Oh. That would be neat. But it's well designed. I like the slab at the end to collect everything.
Hey Blake, do you have arrows I could buy from you?
Nope, I need all my arrows.
Damn. If somebody like somehow figures out how to mass produce arrows, it'll be rich.
Yeah. I mean, it's not crazy hard. You need to have gravel and feathers.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of time.
It does. Hey, it's just you and me on. Do you want to sleep?
Sure. Here, I'll just disconnect real quick.
Okay. I finally sleep.
I don't want to sleep. I want the phantoms.
Yeah,
Same.
I don't use them too often enough. Plus, I have an Elytra. By the way, the mending book is pretty OP. I can mend my Elytra super easily. I don't even have to grind.
Too bad it's too laggy for me to use my Elytra.
Yeah.
I try to use it and then I just fall. It works like 50% of the time.
Alright, so I need to get all my protection books in a line here. Class protection, unbreaking. Protection 3. Looting. Just 1. Feather falling 1, but I'll have another feather falling. Hello.
That's a
Double
big creeper
kill.
hole.
Alright.
I wish there was a better way to make arrows.
Yeah.
To make like stone tipped arrows, that'd be cool.
Well, I wish that you got more than 4 arrows per thing. It seems like too little. Or that villagers sold arrows. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I need arrows. If somebody wants to, I have a stack of gravel.
Oof. Boring. Dude. I don't know what though.
Is this Heather's polar bear? Yep.
Yeah.
I have a
And a set of
polar
horses
bear,
and a llama.
and donkey and a mule. Look how
Why
many
is your fence
llamas.
too high?
Because people were riding somebody's horse around.
Well, they could still jump into it if they wanted to. Oh, but I guess they couldn't get the horse out and then they'd be trapped.
But they could take the horse armor and saddle.
True.
I think you could set items off in your plot though.
What do you mean?
So like other people can't like take items out of chests and stuff. Or off
They
horses.
can. They can't, normally. I think only you and I can because we're assistants, but I don't think... Heather, can you access other people's chests?
No.
I'm talking about like horses though. I mean.
Right, well yeah, they're an entity, so it's like a different thing.
I like the new glowstone texture.
It's not new.
No, it used to be different.
What do you do?
It used to be more dull. This is like brighter, better. I don't know how to describe it. Brighter. I'm getting used to all the. So apparently end cities are like super rare.
Makes
The first
sense.
2 we found right off the bat were
Lucky.
lucky. I've only found 2 since search for quite a few hours.
Wow.
Only one of which had a boat.
Crazy. Where's a farmer villager?
probably next to the farm, or at the bell at Oddly Seagull's house, because he has a bell that attracts.
Well, that's dumb.
I know. I told him to get rid of it, but then he just left. Oh well.
And he wonders why no one likes it. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, someone tried putting paths down, which I do think looks good. But then there's some dirt plots. So we have to wait for the grass to grow.
I spawned in the end at my home / home.
Oh, that's right. You respawn at the /home. Mine and shop. Oh, great. Another person selling stuff not at the mall.
He's also selling stuff at the mall, though.
Still.
It's not like Seagull, he's selling nothing.
I don't know. We're gonna have to get a little more strict on people randomly doing things.
Yeah.
Because, it's a big town, so we can't have a bunch of people doing random things, because then it just turns into a mess. The town is really good right now, because it's organized.
I think what I'm gonna do is make it so nobody but like helpers and assistants can build. And then if you want to build something, you have to get approval and get upgraded to a helper.
Yeah.
Can I be a helper?
What did you do with it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Because that's rough, because then people won't be able to do anything.
I can set it up to where they can only not destroy and build, but they can also open chests and everything.
Why is this beacon beam light blue?
There's a glass pane inside of it. The cactus put it in it.
Oh.
That way it's our colors. I like the beacon.
Why is there a glass pane hovering one above, though, and not right on it?
I accidentally broke the one under it.
Nice.
That was my fault. It was a pro gamer move.
Jeez, we need to really, beef up the beacon, because then we can get jump boost, strength, and regen. Jump boost would be cool. Alright, what do I want to do? I want to grind.
What are you gonna grind?
Some mobs, so I can get some experience. So I can enchant my stuff. It's a whole
You wanna try getting a gas tier? Oh, I found a new nether fortress.
Oh, nice. Here, I'll TPA to you.
Oh, you're gonna take everything
No,
though.
I'm not. You found it. I won't. What? Oh, I have to wait. I found my home. So you get a 43-second head start.
Okay, well I'm getting glowstone right now, so I'm not even in it. I just see it.
Alright, just let me know when you're in it, because I want to explore a little bit. And yes, I'm gonna
Okay.
take some stuff. If there's anything really cool, then we can talk about
Okay.
it.
I call saddles. What do you call?
Horse armor.
Okay.
Why do you call saddles?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't call any. Whatever.
I was just
I have
asking.
plenty. You can have saddles and horse armor. I have plenty of. I don't know why I asked for saddles.
Alright, yeah, so like I said, just let me know when you're in the building. Sea turtle eggs take so long to hatch.
Well, if you're not there, then they take longer. Cause
I know, I mean, I was here for a long time the other day.
Oh.
Oh well. I can have...
Oh, and if you find diamonds, tell me, cause I have a Fortune 3 iron pickaxe.
Ah, okay. Cool. How
I
many
found
eggs
it
are
in the
here?
end.
4. I just bred my turtles again because I realized that's something I can do. And so now I have 2 sets of eggs. So
Nice.
8 turtles. That'd be cool if you can like wear them on your head or something. But that's what the turtle shells are for.
Oh, that'd be cool if you could carry turtle eggs like back.
Yeah. And like you can't.
But you can like drop them if you get hit.
Right. I don't know. If you get a silk touch anything, then we can bring the eggs back. But I think they can only hatch on beaches.
I don't know. We could test it though.
Wait, I'm pretty sure they only hatch on beaches.
Does a beach of a river count or ocean?
It has to. It's next to a ocean. It has to be a beach biome.
Okay, I'm in the Nether Fortress.
Nope, that's the end of that music. So let's choose another one that's. Oof.
He's in the fortress.
And if you see withers, let me kill them because I have fortune 2 on them. I mean looting 2 on them.
I heard
Oh,
a
withers.
nest, I think. What's up?
Withers. Let me hit them. Wait, do you have looting on your sword?
No.
Okay, yeah, let me kill him. There's one more straight there.
He's after you, so.
I'm gonna die.
Do you need food? Here, I can protect you.
I have carrots. Well, we're good now.
We good. Oh, I see a blaze spawner, I think.
We don't really need another one.
I know, I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Oh, more withers. I'm not healed yet.
Eat him.
Got him? Oh, no, cool.
If we get 2 more wither heads, we can make another wither.
More cool.
Coal and bones.
Bones cool.
Alright, well. Let's do something about this blaze. You just want to mine the spawner?
Yeah. You can block them with your shield quite easily.
Cool, spawner gone. Didn't even drop experience. I thought they did. Move my monitor a little closer and pull up the OBS, see if no one's chatting. Alright, well, what's the game plan, Chief?
I don't know. This seems kind of small.
That it does. Why do you have shitty armor?
I don't like using my diamond armor because it doesn't have mending yet.
Ah,
Or breaking. I have all the mending books, I just don't have...
The X.
Hey, a chicken!
what? Where is it? Let me see. What?
The first one to conquer Minecraft. The chicken.
And now it's gonna fall into lava. What? Why? How dare you? I was joking. He can join our town. I know him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he's from MTS.
Ooh, nether wart. Do you need some nether wart, Blake?
No, I just bought some.
Okay. I got you, boy. Yeah, invite him to our town.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Alright, well, I'll head to town and show him around.
Okay. If I find anything good, I'll tell you.
Thanks, family.
No chest. Ooh, jeez. Jump to the place. Shooting for the glowstone.
He's got a rocket launch. How big is gonna make this flash?
So close.
What he
Alright, so this is Emerald Tiger. He's from
died.
MV.
Egglor here.
Alright. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Ah, Emerald Tiger is on VC. And Eglinor. Alright, so I'll go ahead and show you around.
And okay,
And we do have a few rules because we're now a town of 14 people. So in order to keep the order, we have a few, mostly zoning rules, spearheaded by our very own Ayunili.
oh wait, I can get rid of the stronghold this way thing I put up earlier.
Oh yeah, and I listed all the outposts now. So
What do you mean
you
you
can see
listed?
all of them. I listed outpost 1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4.
listed, okay. I thought you said
Yeah.
lifted, and I'm like, what?
I granted them with my grade.
Alright, it seems like Egg or Emerald might be lagging out. We'll see what happens. And someone took the
Rawr.
oak boat from the bumper boat's chest.
Oh, that would be me.
Oh.
Why you be stealing our boats, boy?
Because I made them all.
Hello, I'm back from dinner.
Alright,
And
welcome
hello,
back,
Em.
Don Pearl. Alright, so I'll go ahead and show you around. So right now you're in the church. This is our spawn, built by our very own Audley Siegel. And in the basement, that's where the nether portal is. And then this is our main town square. So this is where we've got the map, banners and everything. This is my house. And someone bought all of my shields. I was going to give you one, but...
Oh, that might have been me.
Alright, well, I'll get you a shield with the town logo on it once I make some more. Then this is the main housing district. So, in the main housing district, players can have a 1 plot wide and 2 plot deep space, and so we use townie, and so plots are basically chunks. So this, if you want to live in downtown, basically, this plot is going to be up for sale soon, so you can move in here, but that might take a little bit because Siegel has to move out.
Wait, I'm moving there.
Well, I
Damn.
know. I mean, I told him your house because you're moving next door.
Oh,
So,
I can't see, sorry.
Yeah, so we're rearranging some things. So you can either live right here, or you can live down the road a little bit. If you want a bigger space, we sell 2x2 chunk areas on the outskirts of town. So you can think about where you want to live according to that. This is the mall. This is where players set up shops. So we have a chest shop plugin, so players can buy and sell items that they find. And it's also an economy plugin, so you can buy and sell stuff.
Those are the mob grinders over here where I am.
Yeah, yeah. So the mob grinder's over this way. It doesn't really work right now.
Why
I think
not?
I fixed it. The mobs thing was turned on for some reason. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, turned on.
I don't know how you get down. I don't know who removed the scaffolding ladder I had in there.
All right, well, don't go down there. That's deadly. And so if you wanted
Someone
to live in
modify
downtown
it.
like right now, then you can move in over here. Maybe.
Wouldn't that be on the on the
that'd be-
grinder?
that would be on the grinder. So yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
actually, you can
option.
live behind me. So if you want to live in downtown, we have a second row of houses that started to get built a block over. All right. Well, aside from that, I'll show you the rest of the town. So this.
And my house is right beside the ground.
Yeah.
The grinder.
Yeah. And so this is the outskirts of town. So this is where larger plots are. So this is where Ufarine lives. Siegel's gonna live out here. This is also where the mine is. So we got a nice little public mine if you need to use that. And then this out here is the farm.
Like I found diamonds in the Nether Fortress.
Nice. So this is the farm. We mostly farm, you know, what's here.
Oh, how many extra elytras do you guys have?
I have.
I could do
I
the
only have
emeralds
one
in.
for myself.
I have one. That's all that we found.
So yeah, we have been to the end. We've defeated the dragon, and we have some lit gear.
The man started attacking. I'm like, "Whoa."
What's up? Alright. And then basically, you just come back around here, and this brings you back into the main portion of town. There's still a few things that are under construction, but for the most part, that's our little town. Chainmail boots, don't mind if I do. So if you have any questions, Derek is general in charge of the town. Anuli's in charge of. You have your mic turned off on the Discord.
Hello?
Gotcha.
There we
Alright,
go.
so. Yeah, and that's pretty much town. You know, a little bamboo farm. Everyone lives around here. So I would suggest moving in on the next block over, because I don't know how long it's going to take Oddly, Siegel, and DJT to move everything around. So, yeah, when you're ready to move in, I could show you. You know, you'd have to decide if you want a large space on the edge of town, or if you want a two-chunk space in the middle of town with everybody else. So that's some stuff to think about. Yeah. So just once you figure out what you want, just let us know, and we'll sell you the next available plot. Make sure to check your Discord settings if you haven't already. I mean, that's a pretty noob thing, but sometimes I forget to check that.
Or maybe he's running his PC, not anything like cell phone related, which I am running it on my cheap piece of shit phone right now.
Well, and he's
In my
saying it works on
one-
OBS. Okay. So yeah, he's talking in the MC chat. So
Oh.
yeah, typing. And so he said that it works on OBS, but not on Discord. So he's gonna restart his computer.
Not fun.
So yeah, basically, since we're such a big town, we have kind of a pretty solid set of rules about, you know, where you're allowed to build, where bases can be, and so at first it was just going to be you can only own one chunk, but that was like really small, so we upgraded it to 2. But then, through various people disregarding those rules and wanting bigger houses, we found that a good compromise is for people to have. Oh, he's not even on. Okay, that's right. He's restarting his computer.
Anyways, shoot, what was I gonna say? All right, 14 people in our town. I think one of the times that I was running Eggland had like over 20.
Maybe. I probably have a screenshot of it somewhere. Okay, well, I'm gonna go check in on my old turtles. And then, yeah, the Oracle City, Crimson City, has 7.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So,
Crap. I was so close to killing him with a sword.
yeah, I'm actually curious. I'm gonna look up how many players have played on the server so far, and to see what percentage are in our nation. So let me just pull up the server thing. Plugins, Townie, data, residents.
Okay, is that better?
So there's 26
There we are.
Yeah, that's better, Emerald.
players that have played.
Hey, Blake, do you have a bow?
No, I only have a crossbow.
Can you come here and kill this ghast?
Alright, yeah. You might have to wait. Oh, you're good. So, So there's 21 players in Southspire and 25
nice.
players that have played on the server.
Ooh, my goodness.
The ghast is perfect.
So, you know, not counting the admin, my alternate admin account that's in Spawn. So there are only 5 players that have connected to the server that aren't in the nation. Alright,
Oh,
where we
crap.
going? Where we dropping, boys?
Benefits of having a custom machine that you've done yourself. If something breaks, you know it's your fault.
You said,
Oh,
you
hi,
said,
Emerald. Good
you
to
said
hear your
5,
voice. Alright,
said
is he
5
not...
players?
Derek, is the ghast over lava?
No.
You said 5 players that aren't in the nation, right?
Yep.
So so that's 5 heathens, right? Nah.
Oh, I think it was.
Yep, we got a ghast here, boyo.
I'm gonna say, because it was working, my recording was working just fine earlier when I was doing stuff for the DR, and I just decided to stop working all of a
Wait, where's the
sudden.
ghast here?
I grabbed it.
Oh.
Can
I
you guys,
have it?
There you go. Oh, alright, we're gonna respawn the Ender Dragon pretty quick here.
oh yeah, yesterday, did you guys get any, extra, elytras or anything
No.
like that?
We've only found 2, and DJ and I both have them.
So you guys didn't really continue doing much of that after I left. guess.
DJ went exploring for a while. I think he went exploring for like 3 hours.
I'd say so, I
Alright,
guess I just
so-
gonna walk around. Ow. I was say, what hurt me? It's the... Oh, the berry bushes hurt you.
Alright, so do you want to live in the outskirts with a 2 chunk by 2 chunk areas, so 4 chunks total, or do you want to live in the city where you have 2 chunks?
I'm gonna say, is there any restrictions on any of it?
No. So
Ah.
there's a specific area that you'll get either. So if you want it here, I'll show you where you'll live if you choose the 2 chunks in the town.
Wait, no. Oh.
I
I
said
got
it's in here.
Take a stack of that.
So this is Cactus's house, and then so you'll live right
Oh.
behind
Oh.
me. And so this is our
nice.
next area. So you'll live right here, these 2 chunks,
Alright.
if you want to live in the town.
I say, I could do that for now until I'm more better equipped.
All right, so I'll sell you these 2 chunks.
Whoa.
Or do you just want 1 chunk or 2?
2.
All right, so plot. So go to the plot where it says for sale $50, and then do /plot claim.
Okay. Do I need currency, don't I?
You should start out with $100,
Okay.
but you get currency from killing mobs or selling items to other players. And there's a plot tax, so you pay $6 per real life day for each plot you own.
Okay, I'm trying to find that chunk.
just pay me.
I've never messed around with this. 29. 29, 14, 29, 13. Okay. So slash plot claim.
Yep. And then the next one's right here.
Oh, okay. Just right next to it. Okay. All right.
Sweet. And so what's really cool about it being your own plot is nobody can modify it and grief it except for you. So
Ah, nice.
it's all yours.
Like,
Boundaries.
but of hours.
Oh. It's,
And then, yeah,
it's
we'll-
sad. Season of Dark Oak.
And then yeah, we'll build a road out here eventually.
Yep.
This is just the newest area, so it's not fully developed yet.
I say is sad. Sees no dark oak trees.
Yeah,
That was the
someone
one.
has dark oak somewhere.
That was the one thing on train that I went for was a ton of dark oak wood.
No.
Dark oak is pretty nice.
It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I
woods.
did.
How much?
But yeah,
Yes,
and
I-
just in case you don't know, if you press F3 and G, it pulls up the chunk borders.
F3G.
I knew that.
And DJ, I could teleport back to you if you want.
I'm not at the Nether Fortress. I'm making the
Yeah, I
thing.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, we're gonna raid a dragon pretty quick here.
yeah, I've not messed
can
around
we
with the
wait
new
a little
updates
bit?
recently.
So I can gather some more materials.
Yeah, but isn't it just gonna be me and you, Doc? Because I got all the gas tiers with the help of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
you guys talking about the Ender Dragon?
yeah, I think yeah.
I'll come join you guys.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be Derek and I.
No, it won't. I say otherwise.
All right.
7 is the portal, right? Right?
Yeah.
Wait.
But Derek and I just want to do the Ender Dragon this time. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to join us, that's fine. I just want to get the final kill so I can get that achievement. That's sweet, sweet.
Oh, you changed the outpost numbers?
Did we?
Yeah, there's a full list of them on the back. Because I got rid of a couple that we didn't need.
So, we got Ender Portal 1, Ender Portal 2.
Final island itself.
What's the difference between them?
They're different ones.
Different portals.
Yeah, we have 2 portals claimed.
So, 2 strongholds,
The second
or?
one
Yeah.
is the complete one.
Okay. And Outpost
Are you
6
gonna come with us?
is the...
Because I'm gonna get the XP. Oh.
I was gonna come and join you guys. I've got nothing better to do. Well, other than maybe trying to figure out how to remove the curse of vanishing off that helmet.
So a DPL.
Hmm.
I think with the little MTS pack update for me, I'm gonna leave the couch car in. It's turned into a meme car.
I love the couch car. You gotta keep it in.
Yeah. Originally starting as a joke, and it's like the whole Femworld thing on train. It
I mean-
started as a joke, and then
Hey,
That's
you
like it.
remember when the Unu engine got stuck into it? Well, it looked like
I'm gonna be
yeah, well,
helping
I can see
Emerald
that.
conform to the Trin Unu Part convention.
yes, and I was
Yeah.
even while I was still working with FSend, I was making that deal with you under the table because I was half already done putting up with him. So
Well, and it just makes sense to at least have the things compatible.
yeah.
right.
I mean,
But he was- I
I
think
hate
he was
Trin as
very
much
much
as the
against
next guy, but it still makes sense to be compatible.
Yeah, I
Can't
mean,
remove
we've all
curses. That sucks.
we all know that, but actually speaking of FSend, I ended up sending him something asking about one of his planes getting like the MTB file for it, so I could take some inspiration on his modeling style, and he's like, you need to reverse engineer like real engineers do. He
Yeah, he
irritates
seems
me,
like he
you know.
gets really like, you have to do it intense like I do, otherwise it's nothing.
That, and he
Like,
after he got all PO'd with us and left the DR, he really started bashing me like crazy.
I don't remember who it was, but when I was thinking about making a plane of my own, like a complete my own plane that kind of had at least in it, I don't remember who yelled at me for like we should have just started with like 10.1. Like I know that's small, but I don't care because I'm not making a big giant airliner like Uflaine
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and obviously my vehicles are a lot more simple in terms of their overall look, but I try to make them a bit more detailed.
Well,
Oh, I thought
same with
that's dumb. I thought the Curse of Binding actually made it so that you actually get to keep the items after death. That's kind of it
well,
doesn't.
me. Well,
No, that's the only way to get them off of you is curse. That's the only way to get Curse of Binding items off of you is
That's, I mean, it'd be actually kind of cool if it actually was like it had like also kind of like a positive effect as well,
yeah.
like that. I think it would have made it a little bit better, because then it would have actually made it worthwhile having it.
Yeah.
All right. So
but
No,
like I said with my models and stuff, I'm taking a bit of a break right now because like texturing the T601 series is going to be a hell of a bitch, and I know this from
Yeah.
a lot of shape box fuckery I had to do.
yeah, the
Okay,
shitbox
so-
modeling
Right to the mic.
competition kind of died.
No,
Yeah.
shape. Not.
Which is a bummer
yeah,
because
that-
mine was the best. I mean, come on. I got 3 wheels.
Yeah. I mean, hell. Your claim that goes 60 miles per hour on speed factor 1, it's true.
So where are you guys already there, or at the
No.
barrier?
We're gonna wait a bit because I'm getting some
Yeah.
stuff ready.
I gotta make potions and everything.
No, I remember what I was gonna say now. F-Send actually told me that he wanted me to remove the Sparrow, the plane that's already in our pack.
Right.
I'm just thinking to myself, hell no.
Wait, don't just get to like quit working for GM and
Hopefully
then
tell
take
me
off.
not
Like when
having someone
DeLorean left
date
GM, he didn't get to take the Pontiac with him, you know.
No. And I'm not gonna deal with him. I've put up
No.
with him with the whole DR thing was enough of a drain, and that, like, you ask Nia and Jim, like you ask Nenor and Jim, they were in the forefront of that too. They just
Well, yeah.
we
I
all
mean,
had enough of
It's
them.
anyone could see how
Yeah.
F-Send
And-
acts. I mean,
And I think really one of the big straws with him and me was he basically prioritized the Tornado, that Tails plane, over the D-15, and then upon releasing the pack, I realized the D-15 is not done.
yeah.
But he obviously didn't give a care about it. He had what he wanted.
Yeah. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I
Yeah.
don't know. And that's one big reason why I am taking a break from MTS is not the modeling and making stuff for my own pack isn't the difficult part. It's everything else that goes along with it that's just exhausting.
Yes, that's
Because I'm a prevalent member in the community and I'm, you know, am overly helpful. I like to help people. And so as a
Yeah.
result,
I
I
wanna
have
be but-
a bunch of people constantly asking me for help on various different things. And I mean, I like to help people, but the thing is, it gets exhausting after a while. And so that's what I'm really taking a break from, is not MTS as much as helping out MTS people, because
and
it's
then
it's exhausting.
yeah, I understand.
Believe me, I'm a bit guilty on that level, but at least I got most of my stuff down. I didn't really need that much help, but
See, I can do some of the more basic I can do more of the
To be
basic stuff with JSONs, but when it comes to more of the complex stuff like gauges, HUD stuff, I can't. I just
well,
Yeah, it's a bit intense. I take it you've watched my tutorials.
I have
the
to.
blender stuff, yeah. And that helped me get some of my stuff for the basics before I gave it to F-Send. And then he ended up doing a lot of the like finalization.
For me, it'd have to be like stuff like doors and whatnot that I have to figure it out.
Yeah, it was most, I think, for the doors for me, it was mostly the
I don't really have to worry about, because my gauges are just facing straight back when
Right.
all.
It really
That's
you
so
could. I mean, you could really get into the weeds with Jason. So I have models where it's super easy, and then there's some, like my mid-tier vehicles I've been making, they also have angled
No.
instruments, complicated
Thoughts?
rotations. I mean, you can really go crazy with that, and that's what I
Yeah,
like
no,
about
you
MPS
can-
is you can really.
It's got more liberty in my opinion than Flan. That's not like Flans or all that. It's a lot more intuitive in a sense, but
Right, you can you can do a lot more. It's a lot more robust.
Yeah. I never played Friends mod at all, but
I think
To
the only
be
times
honest-
I ever really used Flans was when I was using guns, basically. So like the stuff I was using guns for.
Right.
I never much liked Flans vehicles. Whenever I used vehicles, I was always using MC Heli for that purpose.
Yeah, I never used MC Heli or MFS
Yeah.
back before they added vehicles. I just always used Flans because, I don't know, it's just the one I always used. Because I was really more into civil vehicles, so I didn't use the military packs for Flans either.
The only going to the DR thing for that whole Diamond Republic project of me and the other guys is once it happens, either once Nia gets back to being able to work on his gun mod, the only Flans pack I ever really liked was Grey Light. That's one of the packs I always use.
I could see that. That seems to
Yeah,
be your
it was-
style. I never used
Hell,
used Greylight or any of those packs just because I wasn't super into sci-fi or military. I've always used
Greylight.
Flans
I'm not
for
very familiar with
civilian
Greylight.
vehicles and light vehicles because I always had servers that were focused around that kind of thing.
Damn it. I
I'm not
keep
really
forgetting I have a microphone right on my headphone now, so
I miss mods sometimes because waiting for
Yeah.
this sand to smelt is so slow.
uh,
I like this. I like the red super furnace on a Unili's train server.
Super Furnace. So Train, I miss Train Classic, almost if only because I almost loved taking people. I always loved taking people over to Femerald and watching them fight her,
Mm.
and recording it. I've got
What was
6
Femerald?
hours. Basically, in a sense, a combination of Jim's drunkenness and me and Nia's boredom one night. They're like, "Hey, Emerald, do you want to come see this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So they teleport me over there. They had found a giant cathedral-style building from Millionaire, and they'd fixed it up with like a bunch of chisel and stuff. And they're like, "How to make this better?" So they started spawning a ton of wolves, and then made an NPC that used my skin, but basically a female Emerald. And then she kind of started out with a basic dialogue, like, you know, a typical, like, stereotypical furry dialogue. But we quickly escalated. She became a very powerful boss, like almost more powerful than the standard, like, modded bosses.
ouch.
And yeah, it took me and Fsend, that was back when Fsend and I were still decent buddies, and he was he shared a
I
base with
believe
me. But it took him and I working together with our basic tools. Fsend had actually done a lot with the Tinker's tools, I hadn't. But it took me and him, like, taking turns taking her aggression away from us, and using a ton of taming a ton of the wolves that were in the cathedral building to actually take her down. And we took her down 3 times consecutively.
Nice. No, I love it when
Man.
jokes, like inside jokes, turn into
And
actual things.
And a lot of the inside jokes were really her battle quips, because she was a CNPC. So but the best part with her battle quips is that they would show up in the Discord copy of the server chat.
Right.
We'd always get a very good laugh with that. Like, it was to a point where I think we were really irritating Anuli. Or not Anuli, MB. It felt like we were really making MB mad at us because...
Well, you know what Envy needs to do? Is Envy needs to get us that world.
Yes. So a funny thing is, me and Nia basically built a shrine to Femerald, because the thing is, Femerald, a lot of her weapons were let's just say they weren't really safe for kids in a sense. It was a lot of like NSFW innuendos in a sense.
Yeah, I've seen some.
I mean,
there's
we
this,
put a cap on that, but
no, there's this great Five Nights at Freddy's clone that was like an RPG, and one of the items was like Foxy's esoteric sex toy, and it had things like that. It's a good watch. It's a good to watch someone play.
Wow.
But
yeah. But
make a blast furnace.
we made Ephemerald was basically in a sense just a joke, and then it kept spiraling out of control. It was just funny to watch Fsen get so like irritated because he had basically set a personal vendetta against Ephemerald the whole time, and then he wanted to reap all the. See, the thing is, when we went and fought her, I think I was doing a majority of the work anyway. Like, I was the one who was getting hit the most. And so, I was like, you're not reaping all those rewards, I am. And he happily obliged, because it's like, what, I think like brass and stuff like that. It wasn't like very good weapons in a sense. But me and Nia had actually, while Fsen was off, we had actually used... we used the drawbridges to make a hidden compartment building in me and Fsen's base. I think it was right up behind my bed in the base. We just hit a lever and all that, and it would actually take you to like just a dungeon style shrine. And that was a joke that we were like, me and Neo went back and forth like, you think Fsen's ever gonna find it? I don't think he will.
Did he
He
ever
never
find
did.
it?
No, he never did.
That's great.
Wow.
Although he wasn't really looking too hard. It was like, come on, it's kind of obvious because if you looked in the right spot, if you were standing in the right place, you could actually see the lever, like right up behind the chest. So. No, it really surprised me and him both that it didn't really surprise us, but it was more or less, honestly, Fsen was kind of a jerk, but in the end, we kind of screwed around with him quite a bit as well.
Yeah, it's always a two-sided coin.
Yeah.
Then his family came and screwed him over a little bit and all that.
Though I think most of it, although I think most of it did come with the whole Diamond Republic project and him. Jem and Nia's involvement in that project in the end, because at first, Fsen had me completely roped on the idea of Tails in the DR. He had me entirely roped on that idea, and then Jem and Nia come in, they're like, Emerald, you know this is not a very good idea, right? And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, please help me.
Yeah.
And so Fsen really a lot of the times took it as being as us personally attacking him. He even said to me, he's like, I fear that Jem and Nia think I'm being too childish with the whole Tails thing. No, the way he was treating Jem and Nia ended up being more childish and just more like a dick than anything else.
Huh. That's completely opposite from what I've heard from him. I believe. I don't remember exactly. I think that might be opposite.
Yeah, there's a two-side to this.
I know.
We've got, and he suspected that he may have suspected that me, Jem, and Nia were talking behind his back, mostly because that was true. But but obviously he never wanted to talk to Jem and Nia. He silently bitched about them to me in my DM and me and him's direct messages on Discord. I'm like, I'm not just gonna sit back and not let Jem and Nia see that he's just bashing them nonstop. And eventually he went as far as to say, well, I think you're just agreeing with Jem and Nia and taking their side because you're trying to impress Nia more. Because you want to be an engineer when you're older.
All that just reminds me of what I had to deal with in 2018.
It ended up just being a sense of Fsen was being kind of selfish about the whole DR thing. In a sense, he was kind of turning into a bit of a Tails fanfic, and then a not very good one at that. He was like his writing. I still have the documentation from his characters.
Yeah, you've shown me it. I've seen it.
his writing is garbage compared to some of the other ones.
Well, that's the problem that I see a lot when people, like, when you try to do any kind of RP type thing, is there's people who want it all. They want their character or their brand or whatever to be like perfect and great, this, that, and the other, and they want it to be like so awesome. And it's like, yeah, that's not how any of this works. That's just bad writing. And
I think more of it came with him trying to basically make Tails be reliant, or not Tails, make Luke completely reliant on Tails' existence. He at one point had actually said that he was thinking that he had a second character in mind just in case, you know, copyright with Sega and all that. But once he realized, oh, Sega doesn't really have that bad of copyright laws, he immediately disregarded that whole idea and then was like, there was never a second character. It's like, you really want me to go back through our message history? No, eventually it got to a point where I was straight up getting more mad with him than I was with the idea of our DR project completely collapsing.
Yeah.
Because in a sense, with all the fighting going on, it seemed like it was on the verge of collapse in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing that a little bit with it, you know, because, you know, like I said, people always want their thing to be perfect, and it's like everything can't be perfect.
Nah. Yeah, no. Trying to make a, like I said, and I've talked about this with Jim and Nia too. It's the Diamond Republic is our own nation, sort of like alternate. Think of like an alternate reality Earth where the DR is just another nation, but they're a very influential one.
Well, it's just like Blackthorn and everything else, you know.
But like, it's a very influential nation at that. It's like very active in the geopolitical sphere. It's got all that. But we know our limitations, and we're trying to make it seem like a realistic nation rather than
that's what I do with Unu. Is like Unu's whole thing. You know, I'm very comedic with Unu. But his whole thing is like they make shit cars that can go through a battlefield, but they don't have insulation. You know, that's the whole Unu shtick. They're basically a shittier Volkswagen. But
then
the thing is, and so I'm funny about it. I make jokes about it, and then people start attacking like not Unu as like a fictional brand, but they actually attack my mod and then my modeling and the models that I make. And it's like, look, it's all fine and good. We can make fun of Derek for being, you know,
kind of in a way.
A puppeteering mega corporation and all that, and that Unu cars have as much luxury as a 16th century chariot. But then people talk about like my mod and what I actually make and the physical things themselves, and start talking shit on that, and it's like, oh geez, I put a lot of effort into it, and I'm just trying to have some fun. Sorry if I'm the only person that's not making my cars MacGuffins, you know.
Yeah, and I think the thing with the DV, like I've said this before, the DVC shtick is the quality, the like insane amount of quality, but
with an older body style.
But it's not perfect because the quality comes at cost, and so it's a whole balancing act. Cost. Yeah. Whereas like, you know, I don't like to bash on Seagull because it seems like a lot of people have bashing on him lately on the server, but like, it seems like some people, you know, like Seagull's like, oh, it's super cheap and it's the safest ever and all this, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, well,
that's
those of us over here that are making realistic boundaries and, you know, actually being like, well, you know, there's a trade-off, and you know, Unu's an extreme example of the trade-off,
there's a massive trade-off with it.
Right, and so Unu's an extreme example where the trade-off is like zero safety, super cost-effective and reliable, but not safe.
Oh yeah.
But also, in a sense,
basically like putting a Trabant in the middle highway with a whole bunch of supercars.
Right.
And like I said, I like the whole idea of older body styles, mostly because I really don't like the newer body cars.
I hate new cars. I'm all about the classic cars, and it's reflected in my Unu pack. That's the thing with Unu is I just, with all of my modeling that I've always done, I just make what I want to make.
Yeah, so that's how it should be. That's how it honestly should be.
Yeah.
Make what you want.
I kind of
do, what you don't.
especially with my T601, I try to keep it close to like sort of a Trabant look, but put my spin into it.
And that's,
the motors.
Well,
And
yeah,
that's
I mean, I always start with, because I used to make like cars, so I'd like try to find a car and make it, like my station wagon or, you know, things like that. But
Yeah.
then eventually I'm like, well, that just got exhausting. So that's why Unu really exploded with MTS, is I can find a car that I want and then make my own version of it. So, you know, the
Yeah.
Unu
Oh,
Baron
and
is a very obviously inspired by a 59 Impala or, you know,
Yeah.
and everything else.
And
But I still put my own spin on it, and yeah, the fact,
Yeah.
I'm with you on I'm not a fan of new cars. I drive
think,
I drive a 50-year-old car in real life. I know I'm not.
yeah. My mom, my mom's got an old,
modern day shit.
my mom's got an old K20 Custom Deluxe from Chevy.
Ooh,
I think she said it was like a 70. It's a third generation, so it's the square body variant.
nice.
You can obviously tell the D15 took a lot of heavy cues from that. That is essentially what that truck was modeled around.
Nice.
But it's
2601 would
because
be like,
it's because I've always loved the look of the K20, the CK series.
Yeah, I don't know what to do for an Unu truck, because I like Unu vehicles to be unique. And so, but the thing is, it's really hard to make a unique truck. And the one truck
Yeah.
I do have is unique, but because it's a cab
It's like
forward. But you know, making like a normal truck, I don't know how to figure out something. Because that's one thing I like to do with Unu, is make it just a little weird.
Yeah.
You know, a little
Yeah.
unique. It doesn't always, you know, like some of my buses and stuff are, especially my step van, aren't very special, but like the Trio, prime Unu.
Yeah, the Trio was I spawned in like I think 2 or 3 Trios in the DR server because I was like, oh, let's just spawn a bunch of cars to make these places look more populated for video. And then I noticed I was noticing some performance hits when I would go in that area, like the vehicles would take some time to load in. I'm not saying that's anything wrong. It's just like I went a little overboard for what our server can handle.
ouch.
I also don't
Yeah,
remember
the Unu
technical
models are pretty
limitation
big.
on it.
So Cactus asks, can you get an Unu ambulance? I plan on making an Unu ambulance. It's gonna be based off of the Baron, so I'm gonna make a wagon variant for the Baron, and then make an ambulance off of that.
Yep, and
Well,
so for like I said, for DVC, some bigger aspirations are in mind. I'm trying to get going for more of like this.
Yes, I do plan on doing a wood
Basic
paneling
basics.
variant, of course. Gotta get that wood paneling in. But yeah.
And-
You were talking about Seagull's pack being gigantic on the Discord,
Yeah,
and I already posted that.
I hadn't
but-
realized
and,
that.
yeah, so I was looking through, and his models are. First off, he doesn't have as many models as I do.
Yeah, no,
and
he's
his
got-
models are like
What about to say, he's
1/10
got-
the size of mine. My
but
models
he's got-
are like 10 times
It's
more detailed than his.
piano.
But his, are all the textures. I posted that in the MTS Discord.
I mean,
And
for
yeah,
me,
he has hundreds of textures, and the thing is, individually his textures are smaller than mine, but I only do 4 color
4 or
variants for
5
the bottom
color
line
variants
and
for
8
the-
color variants for the mid tiers.
Offline, yep.
So,
tier.
but he has
I'm-
16 variants for every vehicle. It's insane.
Plus,
He has something
eventually-
like 500 textures.
I was about to say, as I add more DVC vehicles, as my pack updates for that pack continue, I will potentially add more vehicle color variants. It's just I don't want to overwhelm everybody at once with multiple variants of a single color.
yeah.
Right,
Potentially
that's
have to
exactly what I do.
later on. Yeah.
I want, because back in the first gen of Blackthorn, when it was still for Flans, I made the Corvair and the VW in all 16 Minecraft colors. And I thought it was, when I transferred to MTS, I decided, I'm going to do a thorough reviewing of my packs and how I do it, and that's what eventually led to the 2.0 update with my new icons and everything. But even when I first transitioned it, I was like, well, do I really need all these colors? It's a bit much.
Yeah, a little bit.
And so yeah, and
And-
then you know the bottom tier being 4 colors and the mid tier being 8 colors, I think works fine.
Yeah, I think the thing that really and this is going back to a whole train. This is going back to the train light stuff. I think the thing that really pisses a lot of people, especially MB and me, off the most is we cannot craft the parts for the UNU vehicles. But
I
that
know
is-
because Don doesn't have a custom bench. I'm gonna have to fix that, but I don't
Not
know
me,
how.
Don. Please,
We
Don.
I'm about to say we also can't craft bullets because we never got a bench for that either.
And you and I both made a bench, and then they don't want to add it in just because it
Because
doesn't
limit.
look right. Huh.
Because
I think
limit.
they have that called as the rifling machine, but I don't think that might be right.
The rifling machine makes guns. The bullet
Okay.
bench is what I made the bullet bench for. I was going to make a bullet bench and then
Yeah, I
And
don't see what was
besides
wrong with your bullet bench. I think it fit in very well with MTS.
maybe a little bit, maybe just a slight bit less on the detailing, but
Yeah, probably the text was a bit much.
the text was a bit much. Yeah.
But what stopped Don from adding DPL's thing was because his was newer, too new.
Yeah, mine
newer
was
than
like
80s.
modern tech. It was like a little
Yeah.
computer controlled CNC.
If I had a shot
Yeah,
at it, apply for a CRT or like a old like. I would try to put in a CRT. Or
Well, yeah, what I
something.
did is that bench is it got inspired from a bench I made for another mod. So there's this mod that it was called Project. It was some spaceship mod. I forget exactly what it was called.
I think I want to say something rocketry, but it's not.
Yeah, I can open my modeling folder and see real quick. Cosmic Craft. So it was a mod called Cosmic Craft, and I made a bench for him, and it had a CRT and like a computer thing. And then I basically made a modern version of that. So I guess it wouldn't be too hard for me to turn that into a CRT and make
Well,
it.
yeah,
And that would fit
that would
Unu
be
better
fine.
anyway.
I think my bullet bench was made
so much
through.
not- is you don't have to
Well,
lug around a whole bunch of weight unless you're considering that one TV from 2001.
Well, I mean that has nothing to do with a bench.
I
yeah,
know.
um,
But Black Screen's more compact,
family
better.
zone.
but CRT would fit the look that Don's going for better.
Right. That's.
And
Maybe-
the,
A keyboard without the arrow keys where they are at nowadays. Because back in
I think
the
the
80s,
biggest thing was,
the keyboard, you wouldn't see.
Yeah. I don't
Keyboard.
really care about the bench right now at all.
yeah.
I'm working. I don't know if
Hey.
What?
Come on, friends.
I don't know if any of y'all
Why don't
heard,
you guys take a
but
cat? Why don't you guys take a cat and
I'm
go play?
working on DecoCraft again.
Close the door behind you.
I know.
Did you get new headphones?
I got the new mic finally.
And also, Emil,
So you brought my
Yes.
I
mic
had fun yesterday.
back?
Hold on.
So
I'll let him go.
Oh,
about 2 or 3 years ago, the person who made DecoCraft, Razzleberry Fox, she saw the models that I was making, and I don't know if I reached out to her or she reached out to me. I think I reached out to her because she was looking for modelers, and so I reached out to her and I was like, "Oh, I'll do some DecoCraft stuff for you." And then I made a really shitty scaffold and realized I didn't want to do DecoCraft, so then I quit. But
Yeah.
recently I'm like, oh, well, you know, I'm refining Unu more. My modeling skills have grown. I'm
And
making decorative blocks for MTS anyway. So then I reached back out. I found her Discord server and messaged her and was like, oh, hey, remember me? You know, would you want me to do DecoCraft? And she remembered me, and she's been keeping up with what I was doing, and she seemed really excited. So I'm working back on DecoCraft. I made a couple Unu
nice.
machines and some nice 60s style computers and some security cameras
I've
and
always,
stuff.
I've always loved DecoCraft, and I really want to
Might take a
continue
look
using
at
the
that,
DR, but I think one of the biggest.
How a machine would handle that, but I think it can handle that good craft being in the mod folder I have.
What, Emerald?
Like, I remember back when FSM was working on the DR project, we had to keep the pack as light as we possibly could because his computer was not up to spec.
Right.
So is mine.
But I ended up eventually just saying, but once he kind of left, I'm like, okay, I know everyone else's computer is a lot better than his, and can at least run an 8 gig pack. Like, can at least run a pack that does need 6 gigs. And we were running
Hey,
about
I'm
100 mods
running 6
anyway.
gig on MC right now. Oh, I'm good.
Where I almost constantly, no matter what I'm doing, even if it's just vanilla Minecraft, I'm running about 6 gigs allocated just because I
Same.
can. Just because I can do it.
It kind of hurt me a
Yeah.
little bit in 1.14, but I got my settings adjusted and whatnot. It's fine now. And,
And you know, especially if you're gonna use like shaders and stuff, you know.
hell no.
I'm never much of a fan of shaders, though. I've not used shaders that much.
Yeah, I used shaders, I think only once or twice, and I don't like them because they really make it harder to see, like especially in
Yeah.
the dark.
And they I know for a fact some shader packs actually mess with the OpenGL rendering that NPS does, and I know it can mess with those quite a bit.
Yeah, I tried playing. I tried playing with the Minecraft, the VR thing with MTS, but it was. And when we tried to sit in a vehicle, your head stuck out of the roof for some reason.
Just lower the seat
Yeah.
more, like you did with the Corvair.
Well, yeah, the thing is, then in a
Yeah.
normal game, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I know that. That's
Let's
So-
see, what should I do?
the funny thing is, on the other day on train, me and MB, I went over to MB's, or not MB, Insu's base, and I was like, hey. And she was working on a street, she was working on her highway, and I was like, look at my new flamethrower, because she was the first one to make a flamethrower, and she posted a picture of her burning a forest, in which she promptly also posted a meme of her holding, like, it's just the meme of like whoever it is, I think.
Elon
The
Musk
Tesla guy.
selling the
Yeah, Elon
flamethrowers.
Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only you could start forest fires.
Yeah, and then it was just her face.
That was
plastered
my
over it.
disappointment, is that flamethrowers didn't start
The reason
fires.
you're ignoring me when I holler at you?
Give me a second, guys.
No problem. DJ, when the heck are we doing the Ender Dragon?
Hi, T-Ball. How you doing, buddy?
I'm trying to find the guy that sells XP bottles because I need to fix my armor.
Oh,
Looks like
Hi.
Parker's here with us.
no.
I
Oh,
can't-
Oddly's on the old Discord. My Discord chat's bumping. I wish I could figure out how to get the overlay to work, so that people on stream could see who's talking and associate the names with the voices.
Yeah.
Easier.
This
I
is
mean,
way
it's not
too
that once
tall.
you get the voices down, it's pretty obvious. But I'm
And
gonna
I'm
look
running
it
at
up.
like 5 FPS. I don't know why the time's so laggy.
All right.
Because people build stuff, that's why.
But blocks don't make it that laggy.
Did someone make a lag machine?
I could.
I could, but I don't have one running. And I don't even have one made right now.
Make a quick setup, quick repeating setup or whatever, and just let it go. Especially with a bunch of pistons.
Oh
And,
yeah, I know, right? You could just make a bunch of pistons. I could easily make like, a
And
bunch of pistons.
Make like one of those like ticking things that like tick really fast.
Okay. I gotta go into the games and toggle the in-game overlay. Gotcha. See, I'm something of a computer scientist myself.
Huh.
Alright, Minecraft, toggle in-game overlay. Last played a year ago. That's bullshit. I'm playing it right now. Is it another Minecraft
Wait, a
thing?
year ago? That's bullshit.
No game detected.
What?
Minecraft 1.14. Okay, sure. Overlay on. Alright, do we got the game overlay?
I don't know.
Trying to fliggle this out.
And I'd have to assume you're running a dual monitor setup or something.
I am,
DPO?
yes.
Nice.
Just
I was my 4x3 monitor died.
Oh, there we go.
recently.
I should run a dual monitor setup, but I don't.
Whoa, what the hell?
I run dual monitor.
Alright, cool.
it's
I got the overlay working up there in the upper right or upper left. Very
Whoa.
cool.
It doesn't show that you're streaming though.
I'm something of a computer scientist myself.
It doesn't
Alright.
show that you're streaming though.
Oh, I probably have to turn streamer mode back on. No, it's on. Yeah, it
I
says I'm
think-
streaming on my node I see.
I think the fun part's going to be when we try and do, because for the DR, I want to kind of either compose some original music or adapt some video game music to like note block style. The hard part's doing that.
Those two, Emerald, you know.
Yeah, because that is a definite, like doing that is a definite time sink, and it's.
I mean, some people have adapted
really on.
music into Minecraft note blocks or some other games and whatnot, and you know.
Some
Awesome.
people actually, I've seen people actually do it where they've actually
me-
adapted to note block.
I'd be surprised if someone made like a MC adaptation of like one of Disturbed's songs. I'd be surprised at that.
There is that program. I'd say there's a program that makes doing that kind of easy. If you have like a, this was something that me and one of my friends on the DR project, we were working on this for like a night. Like we were spending a whole night trying to work on this, trying to find usable music. But it's called Minecraft Noteblock Studio, and if you have like an MID, if you have like the song in a MIDI file and like a multi-part MIDI, it will actually pretty much already have everything all mapped out for you as long as you just select the right instruments.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only time I've
I-
ever used a note block is for a doorbell.
Oh yeah, that
Same.
or silent.
I've sometimes used note blocks to just make a repeating like thing that sounds like a song, like sort of like song, but you know it's not really based off any song in particular, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Parrot.
Yeah, but the big limitation is the music that we were trying to find. I was scouring around quite a lot to try and find a usable MIDI file, because it's hard to actually convert that yourself. Because it was a PS2 game, and forgive me for saying this, a SpongeBob game for the PS2 that I was trying to convert the music from just to see how it would sound, and just trying to convert it to MIDI myself it made it sound like hot garbage in a sense.
Yeah, music's tough stuff. I've never been good at it. I can hum decently. That's about it.
Yeah. But for the DR now, I think we're trying to find a musician and a graphic designer. I think that's the last two people,
that'd be
the last two pieces of the puzzle that we actually need to make the project actually. Because we've got plenty of builders. One of my coworkers actually doubles as a writer, so. And then we all kind of work together as a team to make the laws and everything. It's going to be like a big, completely team-involved project, and that's kind of what I wanted to make it.
Nice.
Nice.
And more or less, I'm trying to get as many people involved now as I can. Like, for Shadow, one of the guys that was from Train, he'll get on when Train's down and work on it. He's kind of one of the builders of the project.
Oh man, I'm so great at keeping track of my stream chat.
There's nothing on the Twitch chat right now.
Yeah, it's all on YouTube.
Oh, that kind of.
Yeah, I'm using multi-stream so I can see all the chats at once. Yeah,
So where are you guys all right now?
I am at my turtle farm.
I'm working on stuff right now.
Because
Getting
DJ has
ready.
to heal his armor before he wants to go and fight the Ender Dragon.
And I'm making everybody potion.
Ah, that's right.
I won't be able to do it, that's for sure.
Then there's
Are
me.
Are you sure you don't want to
playing-
go on a freaking suicide mission?
No, thank you. I've done enough of those.
Ugh.
Leroy Jenkins running there with a wooden sword.
No, that Chernobyl, the Chernobyl plant on the DR server, the Chernobyl power plant that we made. For a time there, I didn't know what was going on. It was crashing the server every time you load up the chunks for the power plant and then leave them. It would just instantly crash the server. I wouldn't know what to figure it out. Apparently, Ender.io, all the lighting that I'd done for Ender.io, it was causing so much, it was causing such high amounts of lag for the server that I had to actually convert all the lights to something else. So, literally a suicide mission, going to the plant just to change the lights out.
Suicide mission to a nuclear plant. Wow. Especially when that's been banned due to safety reasons. Wow.
So
I was about to say,
Why would you
say
make a
this-
Chernobyl plant on the DR?
The DR.
I don't think that would
It's-
pass any
it's a
safety
similar-
regulations.
Okay, so it's a similar name, yeah, it's the same name, but it's actually very
Elsewhere.
much different in a sense. It's gotten so the Chernobyl plant in the DR is actually they run the Diamond Republic's own style of a reactor, so they found it to be much safer than the Soviet design, which contributing factor to that whole accident.
Yeah, Chernobyl was a lot of accidents and
And it was a lot of people to blame, but it
Yeah.
wasn't the operators. It wasn't the operators were the least people needing to be blamed. It was largely the Soviet government and how they
Right.
suppressed information.
well, yeah, because the reactor didn't have the proper amount of shielding because they were really using the reactor to refine uranium.
It could be used for uranium refinement, yeah. But
And
it was
so
also
they
mainly
needed
used
to
for
access the
power.
core repeated. Well, yeah, it
Yeah.
served as power, but it also refined uranium, and that is why it
Biggest-
had a
And it
poor
could be-
amount of shielding, was so they could access the core.
And it could
that
be opened
refined
up on
uranium.
operation, no less.
Right.
I seen that fact. I looked at that fact when I was looking up stuff like a paper, and I'm like, I came across that fact, and I'm just like, but why? I mean, I can see like for uranium refinement into plutonium, but why would you want to? And it had some form of containment. It's just it was a very
Was it
shitty
enough?
containment.
Right.
It wasn't nearly enough, no. But one of the bigger things was the RBMK reactor itself. It had a lot of flaws. to
Right. It was a direct cooled reactor, so there wasn't an intercooler from contaminated water to pure water to be cooled. It would just use the direct.
a steam separator. I think one of the bigger design errors is a steam separator drum. That's something the DR's nuclear reactor doesn't actually have on it is a steam separator drum, because personally that seems like a bad idea. Because the steam separator drum was basically the water, the feed water, and the steam both went through it. And like if you had way too much steam filling that thing up, you wouldn't have enough water in there. I've done a lot of research on it just to be like, what would happen.
Yeah,
And-
it's pretty intense. Nuclear.
It's a very good-
nuclear physics. Not easy stuff.
No, and but a lot of it was like poor reactor designs.
Pretty
and
much, yeah.
Some of it was operator error, but the thing is, those operators. I still feel those operators were not to blame because they were forced to continue that test, or they risked termination of their position.
Which had a lot of other consequences in a place like
In
the
the
Soviet
Soviet
Union.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, like they had to. They had to keep pushing it. They had plenty, like the HBO series does this perfectly, but they had plenty of opportunities to shut it down and say, nope, not continuing this.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the BP oil rig that leaked into the Gulf. They had plenty of opportunities to say,
I
oh, let's
remember
shut
that.
this operation down, but they didn't.
Fuck, what was the oil rig called?
Which mom last worked at, like,
Something Horizon.
being
Yeah.
overworked.
Blackwater Horizon, I think.
Just wasn't good for the people.
Not Blackwater,
And my mom was one that was also.
yeah.
She ended up having to leave the place and whatnot. And it was a mess.
Yeah, and
It was the blonde. It was a metal plant she was looking at.
subsequently all, like, there's been many
It was done by Matthews
accidents
and
that can be stuff like
Right.
that in
Right.
the past. What humans need to learn is what humans need to do is they need to learn from those accidents. Obviously, the Soviet Union knew they knew one of the bigger problems with the reactor was the high positive void coefficient of the reactor core, and the graphite tipping and the graphite tips on the control rods could actually cause a power spike just before the control rods could actually start lowering the. That's something I've always thought
And the
was
control
weird.
rods they used were an outdated design, I don't remember exactly what the material was, but control rods
Boron.
at the time.
They were
Would-
boron rods.
Right, and so you would normally use a certain type of control rod that would be, work under multiple conditions. But the control rods they were using, once they got too hot, they stopped being effective.
And they end up having fuel channels rupture, that kind of stuff. That ultimately they dug their own grave in a sense.
Yeah.
Where's the enchantment table?
It's
one of
in
the biggest things was that
enchanting.
they
It's
just
in the
stopped.
enchanting and brewing place.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
On the second floor. Go where the second row of houses is gonna be, like behind my house.
Yeah,
It's like
okay.
behind Cactus's house.
Okay. I think I
But
see.
no, yeah, it was a bad thing to have happen, and then in the end, the Soviet government still wanted to deny it all.
Right, that's the craziest part.
They didn't halt the evacuation, I guess. But they delayed the evacuation of Pripyat, which put their own citizens in even more danger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something that would make you not want to trust your government at all, just because
Yeah.
something
I
like
know.
that. And the DR's version of Chernobyl, they almost had a similar accident, because at the time the reactors that the Chernobyl plant and the DR now uses were not actually finished. They were actually still in an early prototyping design. The number 4 reactor at Chernobyl was, in a sense, being used as an experimental reactor design for what would be known as the DRBMK
Fight the energy.
that the Diamond Republic came up with on their own. They basically built off the Soviet design and then ended up realizing all the flaws, and then was like, no, we can't use this. But the nice part about the DRBMK reactor is that even if the control rods can't fully insert, you can still shut the reactor down through, because Canada's reactors, they use a poison injection system as a secondary form of shutdown, an emergency shutdown system.
Can-do reactors?
Can do, yeah. Can do's.
Yeah.
I always found that to be one of the more important ideal concepts as well. You should always have a secondary form of shutdown if you're going to be running a nuclear reactor.
Or maybe even a third form, in case the second form didn't work.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the nice thing about fusion, is if fusion
Fusion
ever
is,
becomes viable, it shuts down inherently. Because it
Yeah.
requires some power input, so they don't melt
Sure.
down. And because Blackthorn has the luxury of being in the future, they use fusion.
And the DR as well. The DR is set in a modern world, but like I said, the alternate Earth, so it's more, we can say it's more far along. But the DR was in the pursuit of fusion as well, and they made their own fusion. They got fusion working.
You could always bring the DR into the early 2100s and make it in the same universe as Blackthorn.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose TCGAD is also the same, yeah, but they had other businesses they are doing, because they were trying to destroy everything after a major political collapse.
I like how-
TCGAD knew what was going to happen, because they knew what was up with political status and whatnot, and they
I-
the things that nobody seen.
And I love the idea of everyone having their own, everyone having their own, universe for their car company to exist in. Obviously, you still exist in the DR's universe, but that's just mostly because there's not very many packs for vehicles.
Yeah.
Well, right, and beyond just being everyone kind of having their own universe, you can also just have the MTS extended universe where we all somehow exist in
Yeah.
the same in the same
Eras.
yeah
It's
timeline,
just-
even though
we
they're
do all
drastically different.
things-
And
Yeah,
I've kind of toyed around with that idea in my head, but I have to present that to Jim, Nia, and the other guy as well. But I'd almost like to see you and all of them actually in the DR somehow. In the DR's universe somehow, in
Right.
a sense. It's like an extended universe sort of thing. Because the DR basically becomes the forum, in a sense, for DVC. And once again, the whole FSEN thing, the whole toying around with FSEN thing was, FSEN, he didn't quite understand that Tails is a good character in his own forum. But when FSend left the DR, he also said that I'm gonna go off and make my own car company based in the US. And one of my coworker actually put it best, and he's like, when he says, "And what forum?" I'm like, yeah, honestly, he doesn't really have a way of saying, "Oh, hey, look, I'm in the US and I'm a car company, support me," and stuff like that. He doesn't really have a way of producing that storyline because his writing on top of everything is pretty trash.
Oh,
There were multiple points when I was reading his stuff, and I'd just be sitting there cringing because the writing was just poor.
yowza.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know.
I mean, if anybody else wanted to read it, I'd be willing to make those documents completely public.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, you don't.
It's pretty.
Like I said, most of it basically hinged on the idea of Tails as a character, which Jim and Nia were both adamant about being negative about not wanting a thing.
All right. Well, I guess we're just waiting for. Well, I should make a fishing rod so that I
Don't
can
get me
fish while I'm waiting for my.
But I
turtles
abandoned
to
that for
Well, I
miles.
just got ready, so.
All right.
And I could see removing the tornado from my MTS pack, but I am not FSN wants me to remove the Sparrow as well because he made the model. I am not going to abide by that. The Sparrow is actually a fairly popular vehicle.
December 10th and January 10th incident thing where somebody poked a bear.
Yeah.
Just only want to do a test.
And I guess it was kind of my fault for asking him for the MTB file for the tornado to take inspiration of that for my own DVC plane that I want to make. But yeah, no. But the way he treated, especially the way he treated Jim and Nia with the whole project, like I said, I've got a DM with me, Jim, and Nia all on it, all the members of the DR on it. And it's mostly just screenshots of me and FSN's DMs. But you could definitely tell Jim and Nia did not like the whole idea of everything, and they didn't like how they were being treated.
Ow.
Another thing, the DR has a dwarven nation right next to the capital city of the DR, which is that was Jim's major contribution. And I said to Jim, okay, I'm allowing you to have this. When FSN seen that, he immediately started lighting into Jim about it. He immediately started lighting into me about oh, that's just going to detract from everyone else. It's going to be oh, it seems like it's making it too complex. And I'm just somebody in the DM made the joke. Somebody in the DM made the saying, "Oh, well, you mean it's detracting too much from Tails?" I'm like, yeah, essentially.
Huh.
I could probably pull that up. I could probably pull up that exact line, but it would take some looking. But not right now, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, the way he constantly just attacked Jim and Nia, and then was like, "No, you guys are attacking me for not wanting Tails." It's like, you reap what you sow.
I'm at the end, guys.
That's like it's like telling a politician to just basically listen to what they just said. Which I wish they would have done that.
Oh yeah, no, and
Someone will have done
Alright,
that.
here we go, boys. Going into the end. Finding
We
an
made-
Ender Dragon Part 2.
No, we made the saying a lot that FSN was just being a hypocrite. Ah, fuck!
Was that a
Doctor
dog?
gets the last hit, I get the
Illagers.
XP.
Illagers.
And then we split the money. Egg might get more money, though.
Illagers, man. Oh yeah, no, they're still following me. Okay.
Annoying at times. I suppose.
I think the most annoying thing has to be the Phantom, though. And in Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, I haven't
It has
met
to be
with Phantoms
Phantoms.
yet because I never.
Egg
Right now, I'm just trying to get my island area spawn area.
And I need to
myself
make a
because-
bed so I can sleep too. But
I already done that. I've already basically got to a bunch of island all one. I mean, I've got everything else. I'm not
Well, we still
prepared
have some
to
scaffolding
be
around
faced-
some of the towers, so that's not too bad.
And no, we ended up having to create that private DM just so that FSend wouldn't actually sit in the. Like, we had to create that private DM to like voice chat with us because that way FSend couldn't just
Alright,
sit in
yeah,
the
I'm getting
group
attacked by
DM.
Enderman, so don't put all the end crystals in yet.
Okay.
No, it's you couldn't
Or
like we
not.
couldn't actually sit in the DR chats.
Oh,
We
wait,
couldn't sit in
yeah,
the
never
DR's
mind, Derek, you're
voice
good.
chat.
He despawned when he came into the town.
But no, that
Shall I
was the
move
big
furniture
issue. Was,
crafting table?
What?
I think that might. Just
Nah,
in
it
case
should be
that messes with it.
no, that was one of the biggest issues. Was that oh fuck was I? So what was I saying? But no, he just in general he just treated Jim and Neo really poorly, and it. I was not okay with it. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Nice.
not this shit
That looks
again.
cool.
Oh man,
Well,
this is pretty
I'll
neat.
take it.
Here we go, boys.
Did it.
Fuck. What was?
Ah, damn. Damn it.
Memes.
There we go.
Oh no, now I remember what I was gonna say. We couldn't sit. We had to create that private DM not only to talk about him behind his back, but also because we could not sit in the general voice chat for the DR project and actually talk about him because he'd sit in the voice chat. Like, cause he never had a mic. He never talked to us. Like, he never used his voice to talk to us. But he would instead actually just sit there and listen to our conversation. And yeah, there was one night where I actually convinced him to listen to Jim and Nia a little bit, and then that whole thing turned into a complete shit fest immediately.
Oh.
Alright, don't grab my stuff.
Oh,
I don't even know where you died.
What?
Why didn't you drink the potions that I gave you?
Because I was trying to fly with an Elytra. I landed
Yeah,
on
I
top
just-
of what I wanted to, and then I fell off.
I will say, oh my god, I am risking my neck. I am risking my little tail off. right
Don't
now.
shoot the Ender Dragon yet. You have to shoot the things around it.
I'm trying, but I'm absolutely failing at my shots today. Okay, I cannot hit shit.
That happens.
Yeah, it does.
But no, all in all, I will say this. I am just glad the whole FSN debacle is over and that he is not coming back to the DR.
That's good. You just gotta cut toxic people out of your life,
Okay.
man.
And even still, like, he'll still get to me in the MTS chat. Like, you've probably seen that. Where he started bashing DBC and all that.
Well, remember that. You can. You have to do it.
Oh,
Trust
lag.
me. Sucked.
No, I always think of DBC as kind of like my company, like my company that I can say, you know, likes these older body styles, and it ended up being more of a. I ended up being able to create, like, not only that, but I was able to like tie DBC into the DR as well. So it definitely.
Right, Unu's been around since I started my modded server with a friend of mine in high school. And Blackthorn, Unu, and all that really came about the same time.
Fun fact about Unu, how DPL got it was because of a sheep in a mod, in some mod called AFL mod.
Yeah, I think most people know that story now, but that's where Unu originally, so people always ask me, you know, what does Unu stand for? What does it mean? And it's funny to hear different people say different things, because some people say UNU, other people say Unu.
I've said it both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
I mean,
official
I would
way,
say
if you want to call it that, is Unu. But I remember
think I got it.
someone at some point came up with like a funny little acronym, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, you'll have to find it sometime.
Yeah, I think I have it pinned in my
Probably
Unu chat
searched
or
up in
something.
the MCS server or something.
I was not nearly as wasteful with my arrows as. Jeez.
But before I found your
Alright, did
channel,
we get all the end
how to-
crystals?
No, No,
And
there's still one.
after watching one of the videos, that's how I learned of Uno.
Up there. Where I'm looking. See it?
Oh, yep, I see it.
Just gotta get all that Breath of the Dragon, right?
Heck yeah.
I mean, there's always nights when I come home, talk to buddies, and coworkers, like members of the DR after work, and it's just like, I kind of needed this, because some nights work is absolute hell.
Just goes on his little perch there and vomits up on the ground.
Oh, I found I found a dark oak wood tree, but I'm not gonna chop it down.
Are you
'cause I know
kidding
I'm not
me?
gonna have saplings.
I was one scaffold away from being able to get to the top.
Oh.
Does anyone have one scaffold?
No.
I don't.
I do.
Alright, put it at the bottom of this one that I'm standing on.
Yeah, I got you.
But,
You could take the shot, couldn't you?
Derek, you have to... Oh wait, yeah, duh, I could. Never mind. Alright, we good, boys?
Oh, so you have a bunch of scaffold over here.
but I will continue to work on the DR, like, because
What? There's still one
it's
more.
a project I'm gonna be passionate about for a long time.
Where is it?
What
crap,
did I
I'm
go?
killing Enderman.
Oh,
It's still there. This one I was talking about is still there.
what did I go?
Take scaffolding. Oh, you're already doing that by this point.
Fuck. I remember what I went out for now. I went out for sand.
Oh,
Oh, Blake, you missed it.
What did I miss?
Got
Oh.
it.
Eglonor got it.
No, that was... I was going for the other one on the tower next with all the scaffolding on it. I didn't know there was that second one.
Yeah, I was on the tower literally next to it.
Well, I was...
That was the one I was actually talking about.
Okay, well, I saw this other one too, so... There were two.
That's what I
Hey,
said.
the dragon pissed off some Endermen again.
ouch.
I would say though, DBL, the
Now
nice
to
part
figure out
about
how we do this.
the nice part about the
Ouch.
DVC vehicle, like textures and trying to conform to the modeling updates, the convention, is I won't have to retexture all the vehicles for like I won't have to like redo every single vehicle texture completely for a transmission for the transmission stuff.
Right, you only have to
I think if you hit
update
the
that
head,
one
that's
section.
But
Well, no, it's not only that, but I've already
shit,
just
why am I taking so much
determined-
damage? Jeez.
Well, yeah, you can also
Because-
just use existing texture portions. I'll do that sometimes when
Yeah.
I forget to texture a detail.
The big
Is I'll just use existing sections.
It's where the big section of like the big behind the badging section is. That's where I'm gonna put. That's where I planned on putting it. Was right behind the big badges, which
Oh, I
had
meant to
has such big
die a little
textures.
bit first.
Hmm.
I forgot I was gonna do that.
See, oh, fuck. See, I don't even need a potion of slow falling. I have an Elytra.
No, I wonder what.
Shoot.
Ouch.
I wonder if there would be any easier way to trigger F send rather than just. Because obviously,
I know one way to trigger them pretty good.
you know, shit. Yeah,
That's
shitty
with the
modeling.
F12 fuckery, though.
That would be what?
The F12 fuckery, I bet you don't remember that one where I got you in F-Send with the one where you kind of joined me, or I made an edit where you joined me and left F-Send.
Oh, the Discord edit, the Discord text editing fuckery.
Yes!
Yes, I remember that. I mean, like any other way though, but like.
How do you hit him?
I don't know.
You have to
Honestly,
hit
I
shit
know.
and go like for the shoulder and then hit him.
Obviously, I know F-Sen's gonna be pretty PO'd with me anyway. He's still, you can tell he still is. I don't know why he's so PO'd with me, other than the fact that, you know, I kind of ended up taking Jim and Nia's side in the end.
Dude, I'm
Other than
doing so
that,
much damage. Oh,
I don't
shit.
see why he just needs to be such a. And I say this, he doesn't need to be. F-Sen never needed to be such a dick about the whole thing. He could have just said, okay, I'm willing to at least, you know, talk to you guys about, you know, the way we're including Tails, maybe that way. You know, I'm willing to at least negotiate. But he wasn't. He was.
Yeah, F-Send isn't
Not willing
much for
to negotiate at all.
negotiation.
And obviously, the whole thing with DVC, I don't want DVC, like. And here's another thing, DPL. The whole.
Oh
like,
shit,
with
shit,
your,
shit, I'm dead.
your utility. I mean, I used your utility to make the basic JSONs that I then sent off to FSend. Oh my god, he blew up. Every time I would do that, he would get so pissed.
Right, because he's like, everyone's got to learn to make their own. Screw collaboration, anarchy.
I'm about to say, everybody's got to learn how to make their own. Everybody's got to learn how to do it by...
That's not how society works.
No, it's not, and...
Society works is built on teamwork.
Yeah. But no, he ended up... And then, it was eventually the fact... It was after the fact that, like, me and Nia had to convince him to actually go and, like, voice his, you know, finger quotes concerns to you about the whole thing, and then... He
was trying to say that, like, I shouldn't have made it in the first place.
Yeah, no, and...
Like,
honestly, it's
me
helped a lot.
taking hours of my time to make something for people to use is somehow wrong. Because it helps people. And that's a very, like, anarcho-capitalist way of looking at things.
He was a straight up dick to a lot of people, and the fight, I still remember when he got into that fight with Limit, and he wanted me to...
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Blake was supposed to get that.
Whatever.
Jesus.
Stealing that kill. 1 XP point.
Oh, rip. Oh, damn it.
DJ, did you get all the XP?
Yeah, it only got me up
Rip
to
my
20.
ears.
Yeah, you only get
I
you get less.
I decided to use a potion of strength for the final hits there.
Damn it.
Yeah,
But,
I used a bunch of potions.
Alright, so I didn't get
but no,
shit. Well, I guess I got a
no,
stack and a
yeah.
half of Dragon's Breath, so...
Well,
I was
split
about
the
to say
money.
detail, but no, your
Oh,
utility...
does the egg not respawn again?
No.
No.
It only responds with the first one. And when you kill the second one, or any other ones, you get less XP.
Egg Lenore.
Oh, right.
Yeah, thank you.
How do I do that again?
Money
pay
give, or money
their
pay.
name.
No, your utility comes in handy, though.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to
it needed
update it.
updating. Yeah. But
It's
still,
not
like,
super,
just to
it's
get
not hard to update. All the hard part is done. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty proud of that. It's
Yeah.
it's
One.
coded in
And then-
Microsoft Basic.
Yeah, and then he just silently sat by and bitched about it. Something I thought would be pretty neat is if you would actually, like, allow it to have, like, parts of it where you could actually, like, do, like, where you could actually make the JSONs for engines and other stuff. Like, not limiting it to
See, I have a
vehicles.
conflict of interest because I don't want people to make their own part JSONs because I want everyone to use UNU parts.
But
Well,
then you get
yeah.
people like me with big vehicles and shit, and your engine size is like small compared to, say, like one I tried to do, which I'm still taking Blake on, and another one which is the T601.
Yeah, I know you want the super.
So
high performance
why would we do the
supercars
dragon
stuff.
again when we could
And-
explore the end?
Basically, I want like big
Well,
power.
I wanted to do the dragon so I can get the achievement.
Yeah, you're right
And,
about that.
Oh, I
want
mean
that
achievement. I just
Yeah,
Good
stole.
tool.
yeah.
one of the things I ended up, me and FSend, our way of doing it was so especially me, I think this is where he kind of got it the idea from. But since I had automation, I was like, okay, I could use this to my advantage. I concepted all the vehicle designs in automation before I actually went ahead and modeled them in Toolbox, or what I used to do, Blockbench.
Right.
So, and then he got into doing it, and he got into automation, and I think he ended up taking, like, automation way too seriously, like, especially with how the vehicles performed,
Right.
because
Well, that's that's one of my biggest pet peeves with all of the MTS people, is like, oh, my vehicles are so high performance, your vehicles are slow. It's like, I can make my vehicles as fast as I want by adding a couple zeros, you know?
yes.
It's...
You
And-
could do that, but I'm trying to keep.
What are you
kind of,
doing,
like,
Derek? I want to kill this Enderman. I fought him.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
I'm not
say his-
killing him.
Oh, okay, I thought you were
And
jumping
his-
in.
I'm
saying
going to a
his-
different one.
And his
we
finger
try
quotes,
to make mine have at least a little more sense. Like now,
and his finger quotes performance
have, like,
division was complete garbage. It was complete,
failure.
like, you could definitely tell he was more high on something than anything.
It's not hard
It
to
is.
make a performance vehicle in MTS.
Yeah, no,
Add
it's
some
not.
zeros.
yeah,
But he,
but I want to kind of go with like almost a realistic route of performance, and I have like a bunch of like I have like a document saved somewhere on my main phone where I have like
No,
some specifications for my V8 series where I have like 4 versions of the same engine, but each one of 4 extra versions. Each one of them has their like unique thing about them. So I should probably rename them due to.
Whoa, wait, what? How did I die?
But funnily
Hey,
enough,
if-
though,
You
DPL,
died because you died.
that muscle car that I made, the DVC Wolf, it almost didn't exist. The DVC Wolf almost didn't exist because of F-Send.
Damn.
Why?
Because he was like, well, we shouldn't have competing vehicles in the same, like, trying to compete for the same class. Because he tried making his own muscle car that was more of like a mini, like a sort of like a supercar and a muscle car body.
So
And
he
he's
was
like, well, the
basically
Wolf-
saying, you shouldn't make this because I want to make it.
Basically. And the Wolf, the DVC Wolf, wasn't intentional, but with automation, it was a very comfortable vehicle. It had a good ride quality to it.
Oh yeah.
But he took that idea way too seriously. He's like, no, you can't have a really comfortable muscle car. I'm like, who says? There's
Yeah.
nothing everyone that has ever said you cannot have a really comfortable muscle car.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
I mean-
whole, like, purist thing. Because
Yeah.
guess what? They make comfortable muscle cars today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
And
the
any
Wolf is-
car built today is more comfortable than my car, the Corvair, and it has less than 100 power. I doubt 100 horsepower. So
mean,
I don't
you
think
could
that's much of a
probably
muscle
put
car.
Seats in too, you know, DPL, and
What?
maybe like you could probably do some with the seats too, you know.
Oh well, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying
I know.
things
but
like air conditioning.
I think it's chat.
But yeah, I do plan on reupholstering the seats. My seats are 50 years old and they look it.
well,
Oh yeah, no. I'm pretty
Why
sure
is
he
that-
knows it. I'm pretty sure he knows it. He really wanted to get on my bad side.
Pretty
and-
much, just
wanted
wanted
to
to
basically
probably, say that you shouldn't make it.
Because the way I seen it is like the Wolf is basically the Charger, whereas like the car he was making, which everyone loved the name Stallion. He was the only one who didn't, and so he decided to go with Corsair.
And then I made a Corsair.
So he can't do that now.
Well, you could. I have a Wolf, and then you made a Wolf.
Yeah.
My Wolf
Well,
is a Jeep.
I mean, it technically wouldn't be a copyright because you know you don't have access. And plus, it just looks so different. And
I'm not
plus,
saying,
you're based on 2 different universes and one, so it's fine.
and mostly because I didn't really realize the name, but
Well,
That's
yeah,
fine,
that
too.
was
Other
before
stuff
I
like-
really wrote down the names all that much.
But here's the thing, though: the DVC Wolf is like just like a Charger, could actually have good performing engines put into it. It's like all you have to do is, yeah, no, Efson's Corsair was complete horse malarkey. On top of that, Efson's other major car that he wanted to make, he had 3 major cars that I think he was dead set on making: the Corsair, the Arsene, or not the Arsene, the Abysma, which I will. Me and my friends made the joke. It was an abysmal car, but
Hmm.
And then there was one more. I cannot remember it for the life of me. Oh God, I cannot remember it.
Right, I had to apologize to Connie for what I did to another server. Great.
I still.
I mean, I didn't.
Wait,
I had to apologize. You know, it was for something that happened.
Okay, I was about to say the 3. Okay,
Is yeah.
the other one was the Python, but the Python was a completely unrealistic car. I'd say the Python was about the most unrealistic thing you could ever imagine. I think he said like the base model was 1200 horsepower V10, twin turbo V10.
Nice.
I sit back and I'm like, but why do you need that? You don't need
Well,
that.
that's the thing is, I mean, I don't understand why people just have to have more and more and more. Can't you just stop at some point? I mean, come on.
I'm going to say stop at a reasonable point. At the very least, don't keep going and pushing your luck.
I mean, it's not hard. I mean, and that's the craziest thing is when people do this stuff in MTS and they think they're like hot shit when it's like, I can make a 5,000 horsepower car. You know, it's called adding zeros.
But his
5 billion
never made
horsepower
it past.
car.
Right.
But his cars never made it past the automation phase either. So
You think that
well, yeah, that's one thing that I really love is when people talk a big game and they don't even make anything.
the only thing he ever made was really the Tails plane, and then the only thing he ever really
textures.
Well, what I'm saying is people who talk about how great their cars are and then don't make them.
don't make them. And like I said, I'm not.
Even if you are trying, I mean, I'm gonna be candid. I still think it's dumb.
Hello. Good. So a funny little story was I was in shop class one day, and I said, and we were just sitting around talking after like waiting for the bell to ring, and I said something. I said that I don't see the point in buying, $1 million car like a Lamborghini. Everybody in the class, except for maybe my two friends in that class, just instantly got pissed off and started bashing me. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe some people just want that. I'm like, but okay, but why did my opinion turn into something that I'm saying is a true fact?
I mean, it's an opinion. Like, that's
Yeah.
get along to it if it's just about vehicle.
But no,
what
I've
did I
never.
miss? I had to go for a sec, and now people are yelling at each other.
No, a bunch of
there's
kids in my
something
shop class, I had said something about not liking, like, Lamborghinis, basically, like, not liking how expensive they are and not seeing the point in buying that thing. Not seeing the point in buying a car that expensive. Everyone in my shop class instantly got super pissed off, and, like, a fight really almost broke out.
See,
Almost to a point where it would have been
I mean, I'm on your side. I think it's silly to buy a Lamborghini. I mean, if you want anything, because you're never gonna drive it like a true car. I mean, I can understand if it's something you want. I get it. It's just not my thing. So,
but you're never gonna be able to just like lay into the gas on a highway.
And so it is.
Unless you're on like a big strip of road,
unless you're on the Autobahn.
Yeah, unless you're on the Autobahn, and then you're okay.
Autobahn too. Where if you go above 155, you'd have to be responsible for the insurance. But you'd have to pay for everything. But that's part of the risk, because you know that you're gonna end up probably.
Or the what is it? Is it the Salt Lake Flats or something?
Yeah, Bonneville Salt Flats.
Yeah.
But no, it was always like, everybody in my shop class except for my two friends just got super pissed off. And this was a day when we had a substitute teacher.
Oh.
The substitute the substitute never actually wrote anything to our actual shop teacher about the fight almost completely breaking out into a fist fight.
Subs are the best. We had a sub in my shop class.
Some
once,
and some of our substitutes are really good.
Well, yeah. We had like one sub that we always had that was really good.
There was actually another day where a fist fight actually did almost break out in the shop class.
So
actually in the shop.
So yeah, what I Oh yeah, go ahead.
But no, it was I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was plasma cutting signs that we needed for an order, and like a fist fight almost literally broke out. The shop teacher kind of broke it up, but then he never wrote anything to the actual teacher. It's like, you aren't gonna write anything to him.
So yeah, my substitute shop teacher story is so we had a sub, and it wasn't like we had one sub that we always had, so he was trained, but one time we had a different sub, and so this sub just decided to go. He gave us some paperwork, like some written work to do, and just went in the office and started playing a computer game. And so 2 students went into the office and were like giving the teacher tips to like distract him and helping him play his game. And then the rest of the shop class passed around the teacher's book, like the with the key, answered all the questions perfectly, and then turned it in, and then brought in their cars and started like blasting music and revving them and all that, like just complete mayhem. And meanwhile, the teacher, the sub is oblivious. He's in the freaking, you know, just playing his game, and it gets so bad that the substitute next door, because like there were the 2 shop classes and one of them, they both had subs. The substitute next door had to call the teacher because it was getting so out of hand. Like, kids started doing burnouts and shit. And so then the teacher comes back like the next week and is like, he just comes in and he's like, so everyone got a perfect score on this test, so it looks like you guys are ready for the final. And he straight gives out the test, and of course most people flunk it because they're all jerking off. And he's like, he was normally a super chill dude, but this time he's like, we're doing 2 weeks of bookwork. I can't believe you guys did that. And it was just insane. But yeah, in my shop class, there were 3 groups of people. Half the class had those like fart cart Honda Civics. The other half of the class had trucks that they went mud bogging, and then it was me and one other guy that liked classic cars. That was our shop class.
Our classes, though, well, before this year was over, I mean, we've had like a couple of subs, but they were pretty consistent, you know. I mean, we did some shit. Don't get me wrong.
With our shop,
we weren't allowed out of the shop because, you know, teacher wasn't around, and plus, I also lived in a district that had kids and all that, and oh my god, I cannot wait till I'm out of this damn once. To be honest, I've had it with it, and if I get wronged again, I'm probably going to end up having to sue them because, you know, that's the only thing I could do just to get them to fix the issue. Which,
but no, our shop teacher was completely oblivious to the whole idea that the fight almost took place. Like I said, some of our substitutes will actually stop fights before they actually... Motherfucking remote hosts error. I've seen enough of those in my time. But no, anyway, because our shop, we fulfill orders for not only our school but like other people as well. We kind of run our shop like a business. Huh. Just last year, we introduced screen printing, and that was kind of popular, but nobody else knew how to do it. We had a plasma cutter, a laser printer, which was out of commission for most of the year because it needed a new laser tube, and we had all sorts of.
But
we have.
You know, I might be working on a classic car project, 57.
Yeah, most of the things that we had, like, we had the plasma cutter even running that day, so it was obviously quite a bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
And there were kids grinding, like these kids that almost got into the fight with the other one. They were the ones that were picking on me, and it's like the other kid would decide he was going to try and stand up for me. Well, yeah. And this kid's actually pretty nice for, you know, standing up for me, even though I don't really need it. But they were. I think they were being kind of dickish about like not getting the signs off the I don't know. Something about they were just being kind of a dick. I don't know. They said something about, oh, I don't know how to grind or something like that. True, I don't know how to grind.
I mean,
and I don't know how to weld.
YouTube, and you know, you could kind of run from there as long as yeah.
I've got a stepfather who knows how to do both. Or I've got a stepfather who knows how to do both that can teach me, but I just don't want to learn. I just don't want to. But no, they were giving me crap about that. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, guys. I want to see you guys run that plasma cutter. I want to see you guys make an order in AutoCAD, get it. I wanted to see you guys take an order, go from a basic design in AutoCAD, like actually make the full design in AutoCAD, and get it out on this plasma cutter. And that shut a lot of them up pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, I love it when people who can't do shit start trying to, you know,
bash you.
Get all up in your grill, and then They don't even.
Maybe I explained that to a couple idiots in my class, especially one loudmouth one, which I cannot stand him for whatever reason. Well, I won't say the actual reason why, but can't wait to show him up one these days.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go for a bit.
Then I'll
Maybe
probably
for the night.
get
We'll see what happens. You
pizza.
guys have a good time. I'm just gonna be AFK, waiting for my turtles to hatch.
All right. I'm just working on the house right now. But no, it was it was one of the most funny instances where it's like, yeah, you guys, I may not know how to do that stuff, but I can sure as hell outrun you with a computer any day of the week.
Hey, you know what? At least the
I'm just
mechanical
gonna
stuff
build a
will
little
not goes
hut for
away.
me
We
to
still stop and
Stay in, but I'm lagging out for some reason.
I will say, and I will always say this: says the kid who actually built his own computer for gaming.
I mean, I want to do that too, but I don't have a job and all that. And it just everything
It's a very expensive hobby. I'll tell you
I
that
know.
right now.
Yeah, my mom.
There's
yelled at
definitely
me
more
for
expensive
having
hobbies.
something that's like $2,000 because I'm factoring in for a GPU and a couple new monitors that would complement.
Oh yeah, no, but I see, like, I run dual monitors, but they're like the monitors I run are like just like standard. The monitors I run are just like basic Dell ones. I just run like 2 basic Dell 1080p monitors.
Well,
And I run the main. So I run my main monitor off of a GTX 1050 Ti,